take it back, take it back, take it back, take it back. Slide, 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 slide. You finna go live. Slide, you finna go live. Slide, you finna go live. Slide. I like you got some skate. Skates on, skates on, skate. I like you got on some skate. I like you got on some skates. 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 It's time for the jet. Let's go.
What's up? What's up? What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Kings Talk Live on the Coach Me Coach podcast with Coach Hayes. Let me tell you something. We about to get it in, boy. I've been wanting to do this for a while, and I think the time is now. Let me know everything looks good, sounds good, so we can get this thing rocking and rolling. Let me make sure. Shout out to LNV. Talking about 9 minutes to the start of the show. I'll be back in 20. Well, you're late. Well, you're late, LNV. You're late. I'm looking for you, Ellen. Where you at? I don't see you. Oh, there she go. There go the producer. She in the building. Appreciate it. You know I got to talk trash to you. Daniel Berry Sports Highlights. Hey, everyone. Happy Wednesday, man. I appreciate you, man. You always come through. Apparently, I think you got a sports show or YouTube. You know, I always like to give support, man. Daniel Berry Sports Highlights. I'm assuming you have a YouTube channel. Let us know where that is. LV will definitely throw it up in the link as well. Shout out to her. She does a great job. But I want to always support because you always support us. So I definitely want to subscribe and check out your channel. I'm always looking for new content. Coach doesn't have cable. I don't have any of that stuff. I got Netflix, Hulu, and YouTube. So I'm always looking for new stuff to watch. And I appreciate it, man. Appreciate you. OG Kane, what's up with you, man? Mad Skills, a member in the building. We're throwing up to you. OG LV. Donovan Dumas. Good. Yeah. Maybe your face said just like the avatar. I'm not sure. 305 Berto, what's up, Coach Hayes? And hit the like button, everyone. Please go ahead and hit the like, share, and subscribe button. As this channel grows, man, we got a lot of stuff going in. We're going to talk today about this schedule and some predictions Coach got. And I already know the ultimate hater, Cuban Kane, going to come in here and give me the business, but we're going to have to talk it out. Again, chest ready. Salute, Coach. Appreciate you. Coach T. Canes. All right. Coach, just caught that strike ball. I think I know what you're talking about. I think, huh? You talk about that nug? You know what I'm saying? Spell it backwards. North Florida Cane, we coming. Nah, stop it. We got on skates. Clyde High, excuse me. Where that Cane? You talking about where that Cane? You was always on deck, baby. What's it? And it's biting. I got that thing filled to the rim. That thing, it's biting. My guy, Coach Hayes, know this is going to be good. Yeah, we're going to break it down. We're going to talk about it. Juan Manuel, Coach Hayes, is now free to express his true fan of Miami Hurricanes and dump his one A-side chick show he does for Colorado Colt members. All right. There it is. Come on, man. We're going to check out Daniel Berry Sports Highlight. Matter of fact, I'm going to subscribe right now. Trying to let people build up in here. I don't want to miss this good quality content. Shout out to the wholesome one. Daniel Sports. Berry Sports, excuse me. YouTube. Man, I always like to show love people that show love. You got to support those who support you. All right, here we go. Bing, got it. See what Daniel Berry talking about. What kind of sports? I don't know. Oh, he got Lakers up here. Oh, guys, basketball. Blah, blah. That's all right. We're going to go ahead, man. Y'all pop on over there too as well, man. And I just hit the subscribe button. Bing, got it. 8,481 subscribed. Damn, boy, you got 31,000 videos? 31,000 videos on your channel? Bro, salute to you, dog. Holy smokes. 31,000 videos, bro. Make sure I'm reading this right. 31,000 videos, 31K video. Holy brother. God. Hey, boy. You putting in work. God almighty, I ain't mad at you, my brother. Salute to you, man. Holy smoke. That's not coach. This is AI coaching Costa Rica. Syntax error, code 404. Man, cut it out, Reggie. Stick raw. Hey, what's up, baby Clyde? Cole, you should give us the recipe for your cane juice. No, but I do have some things in the working. I'm working with some folks, dog. Y'all gonna be, hey, that stir fry like the Migos, y'all gonna be able to get it soon. We working on it. We all working on it. Anthony Will, what games you going to this year? Man, they got a total of 8 home games. I don't know. Bro, 31,000 videos, brother. Let me check your about page. How many doggone years you been on YouTube? Oh, you've been on here since 2013. God bless you, brother. I was right. 31,481. I'm your 31,481st. Oh, that's videos. Damn. No, I messed it up. Shout out to you, bro. Holy smokes. Coach Hayes about to have that white helmet to go with the white chin strap. NASA, you got a white helmet back here somewhere. I got one over here somewhere with the what? Yeah, with the monster face mask, huh? With the bull hook. What you know about that? With the bull hook, cut it out. Anyway, let's get into it, man. We got 4200 climbing in the building, and we're gonna talk about this, man. First of all, the Miami Hurricanes had a star-studded weekend when it came to recruits. Tristan Keys. I seen one dude doing a handstand or doing a headstand, rather. He didn't even have his hands. I don't even know how you balance yourself on your helmet with no hand. Look, man, no hands. Like, I don't get it, man. But man, it was exciting. I can't wait to see what comes out of this, man. I hope Mario Cristobal, if you need some cane juice, just call me. He about the only dude I get a recipe to right now. You know what I'm saying? If it get us some of these top guys. But other than that, if you need my help, coach, just call me. You got my number, man. You got my number. What? Did ice? Cane juice biting. Oh, that was Tristan Keys doing that. Okay. I thought that was him. I didn't want him to speak. All right. So let me put this graphic up here. Coach been working a little bit hard. Check me out. Got a graphic right here. Watch. And action. There we go. So we got the schedule right here. So you can follow along. We don't have to guess. So I look at the schedule. I'll go back and give a little history for some newcomers here. Anthony Williams say, that's a you guys serve stand. I don't know what that means. Oh, from the movie, You Guys Serve. Yes. I didn't see the movie, but I know what you mean when you said that. Yeah. Hey, Ian, dog, appreciate you, bro. It was tough on Coach. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I appreciate all the prayers and well wishes. It says such a blessing. Coach Hayes healthy talking ish. I remember my dog was, yeah, boy. That thing was ugly. But hey, God willing, boy, we made it through for sure. And all the prayers, my coworkers came out to see me, all that family, friends, everybody. Much love, man. But let me know in the chat your record prediction now. Let's see what y'all got. I already see y'all started. However, let me go back and give you I'm sorry, I got to text this link. I don't know the link. Hold on 1 second. I'm sorry. So let me go back to my record prediction. When Coach Mario Cristobal first took the job, okay, he took the job and I didn't give a record prediction at first, right? Everybody knows this. I said, let me let him create his own baseline. All right. Once he created his own baseline, which was 5-7, had to throw up on that, but 5-7, didn't like it. Wasn't happy about it, but I guess I had to respect it, right?
Shout out to Coach Hayes Appendix.
But hey, with friends like this, who need enemies, man? Shout out to LFV. LFV, why you do me like that, man? Why you do me like that, LFV? Shout out to my appendix. Hey, that thing was winning right there. That thing was winning. I'm sorry, let me copy this link. My appendix was winning, boy. That thing had me up there balled up. But boy, LMV, I gotta love you. Thank you for the $199. Well, people like this, boy, who need enemies, boy. But anyway, so I let Coach Cristobal, create his own baseline, in my opinion. Went 5-7. Wasn't happy about it, didn't like it. But like I said, at the end of the day, as a fan, you got to respect it. Okay. Brought in, shout out to Warren, the SEAL Team 6 of coaching. I mean, on paper, we had some phenomenal coaches. I still think those guys are good coaches. I just think bad fits. Still had some players in there, so forth. End up losing to Middle Tennessee. I'm not going through the whole spiel, but just talking. The following year, I had a chance to go to the spring game. I think it was at Pink Stadium. And I looked at it and said 7-5. A lot of Cane fans weren't happy with me when I said that. A lot of Cane fans was not happy when I said 7-5. End up hitting it right on the head. I hate the fact that I was right. And I'm not here to brag about being right. That's just kind of what I felt, and that's exactly what it is. I wish we would have been 8-4. We take a knee, we would have been 8-4 against Georgia Tech, in my opinion. Not my opinion. That's a goddamn on fact. Last year, kept the same coordinators in Shannon Dawson and Lance Guidry. We bring in, I believe, phenomenal and top tier transfer portal players. Okay. Tyler Van Dyke leaves. We bring in Cam Ward. Emory Williams was hurt. He recovers. Sits the bench. Okay, cool. Wasn't sure about Mark Fletcher. His injury was severe, but he bounced back like a real G. But they still going to get Damian Martinez. Have no qualms about that. Cool. Defensively is not what we thought. Kiko Malinoa was there already that first year of the second coordinators. Lost a few players, but it's not like we thought it was going to be. Brought in Simeon Barrow, brought in Tyler Barron, Ruben Bain. We thinking the defense is going to be biting, especially in the front seven, especially the front four. Ruben Bain gets hurt. He's out for some weeks. I don't think Tyler Barron came in as advertised. I don't think Simeon Barrow. I think Simeon Barrow did a decent job, but because he was in that interior, you didn't see a lot. Our DB crew gave up stuff. Jaden Harris, he is transferred now on to Georgia. A young OJ Frederick pops on the scene, but let's call it what it is. We go 10-2, 10-win season. And the funny thing, I called that one too. Not here to brag, not here to boast, but I called that one also. But then when we got Damian Martinez and so forth, I said 11-1. And we should have been 11-1, dagnabbit. But we dropped the ball against Georgia Tech, and we dropped the ball against Syracuse, eliminating us from the ACC championship game as well as the college football playoffs. This is now year 4. And I must say, last year's season schedule was not all that difficult. The 3 games that I had on the table that were 50-50 games, what-if games, was Florida, Florida State, Louisville. Mollywop, Florida, Mollywop, Florida State, had a little shootout with Louisville. But we won those games. And we ended up dropping 2 games that I didn't think that we should have dropped. This year, as you see the schedule here, I don't think it's too different. I think it's a tad bit harder than last year, but nothing that's crazy. Start off with Notre Dame. I'm going to go through this game by game, but I'm just talking about the games I'm looking at. They kind of changed. Start off with Notre Dame. We played all those people last year. Bethune, South Florida, Florida State, Louisville. Didn't play Stanford. SMU. Didn't play. Syracuse, we played. North Carolina State, we did not play, but whatever. VTech and Pitt. But here's the evening. Dog, DP, you took it out of my mouth. Here's what levels the playing field for us. We got 4 away games. 4 away games. 4. Bro, out of 12, we got 4. Usually it's 6 away, maybe sometimes 7, maybe even 5. We got 4. Come on. Big Mac extra cheese, what's up with you? Sincerely, EJ, I got us going 9-3, not because we're better than everybody, but because we don't max out the talent. All right, we're going to talk about it. Let's go through the schedule for a second. I'll open up the phone lines here in a little bit. Man, I still got this thing up here. Shout out to Daniel Berry Sports Highlight. The dude got 31,000 videos on his YouTube channel. Y'all go subscribe, man. Holy smokes, bro. I'm finna check this out as soon as I get off the show. I mean, there's some shorts on here, but dog, you still got to, it take work to cut this up, clip it up. I hope he monetized, man, because I don't know how, to use all this stuff. He got live streams. Anyway, shout out to Daniel. I got to bring him on one day. Let's kick this deal off. As you see right here, Notre Dame, August 31st, a Sunday before Labor Day. Coach going to be in the building. Get you a box of Lucky Charms because they're magically delicious. We're going to put those doggone leprechauns in a box, if you understand me. We're going to put those leprechauns in a box. Notre Dame, I believe, in my opinion, had a hell of a run last year. Lincoln Riley at quarterback. Freeman, the head coach. I couldn't think of his first name. Marcus Freeman, head coach. Turn that thing around. Brian Kelly been there for a long time. And, couldn't necessarily get over the mountaintop. Marcus Freeman comes in, starts, the first year he lost to Marshall. His second year, starts the season off losing off to Northern Illinois, looking like, oh my God, what is happening? And finished the season strong. This year coming in, Notre Dame in the Hard Rock, but I still call it Joe Robbie. I wore my shirt today especially for this show. So you might hear me call it Joe Robbie because that's what we grew up on, Joe Robbie. So I still call it Joe Robbie, even though I know it's the Hard Rock. But for Notre Dame, it's about to be a hard knock life for you. It's a hard knock life for you. Instead of kisses, you get kicked. Hurricane scoring touchdowns. It's a hard knock life. Yes, sir. Talking about who is Joe Robbie. You know what you do? Hold on. Slap yourself. Talking about who is Joe Robbie. Slap yourself again. Stay out of here, man. Talking about who is Joe Robbie. Get out of here, man. Notre Dame, I believe, is going to come back with a good team. They've had some players come, the players leave. Can't say I follow them. Think it should be a good game. Both people feeling each other out. Think it'll be a slow start. A couple jabs. I think in the middle of third quarter, Carson Beck finds his rhythm, finds his flow, finds who he likes. I think our running game will be very important in this game. But I give Miami a W in what I consider less than a touchdown. You want me to put it on a bookie card? I'll say 5 points. 5 points. We beat them by 5, by cinco. El Cinco. Next, we got Bethune-Cookman, right? I love my HBCUs. I'm an HBCU grad right here. Shout out to Hampton University, my home by the sea. But again, it's a payment game. It's a payment game. That's a W. Coach Raymond Woody over there, still at Bethune. God bless them. But I think that it's not a match. September 13th at home in the Hard Rock, a.k.a. I still call it Joe Robbie. Y'all gonna get tired of me saying this. We bring in USF. Now, last year, a lot of people were, USF, Bro, it's 50-15. Yeah, it looked a little funky in the beginning. I get it. Whatever. But it was 50-15. That game to me was like looking at Usain Bolt run a race. When you get to about that 40, 50 meter mark, you notice Usain Bolt is still in the crowd, right? He don't just jump out and be like this. Ready, bah! It's like this. And then when you get about that 60 meter mark, you just see that dude pulling away. That's how Miami did them last year. And I believe you'll see the same thing this year. I give that another W. The University of Florida, the Florida haters, the baby Gators, the here lizards, come to the Hard Rock. We must protect this house. DJ Lagway, everybody's high on him. I think he's a very good quarterback. I can't say he's great, but I think he is a very good quarterback. But I don't know if they have enough. We're going to have to see what Coach Heatherman has defensively, and we'll get a chance to see that against Notre Dame. Here's the beauty. I'm going to just quickly say this. I have a win against Notre Dame, but here's the beauty of it. And I hate to be that guy that looks at both sides of the coin, but I'm about to. E. Brown, what's up, baby? If we take that loss for whatever reason, can't believe I'm about to say this, it's out of conference. I don't like it. I don't want to say this, but it's out of conference. Out of all the teams we lost last year, it shouldn't have been the conference game, but it's out of conference. Bethune-Cookman, USF, and now we're to Florida. Again, out of conference. But I think we win this game as well. I think they're going to see what Lagway has, but I don't think they have enough pieces yet to handle us. I think we win that game as well. 10 points. Coach Coop, what's up, baby? Hey, Coop. They say, man, you done hacked into my computer, man. Coop, frick Florida and their fans. Can't stand them. You right about that. Coop, what's this new thing, man? I know how when people donate to you, the computer reads it out for you, right? Mine is starting to do that. And I don't know if it's something StreamYard got new going on, but other people I know, I asked them, they no, mine don't do that. So if somebody donates, you'll hear it, read it out. I don't know if you've heard it already, but Coach Cooper, if you've had my computer, man, I appreciate it. Thank you. Appreciate you. But Florida, I give us a 10-point dub. Florida State, we got to go to Tally-Ho. We got to go to Tally-Ho. I do not believe I hacked it last week. I got you. Hey, man, you got me, man. I don't know. If somebody donate, you'll hear it going, it'll just start reading it off. That's hilarious. I know you have that set up. I didn't set it up, but it's starting to do it. So I don't know if that's a StreamYard thing or what, but you'll see. Shout out to Coop, man. If y'all not subscribed to Coop, man, y'all go check him out. I need a diss track this year too, Coop. Forget what the haters say. I need a diss track. Can I get a co-star? I just want to be in the back talking about little leprechauns. Something like that. You know what I'm saying, Coop? Something, you know what I mean? Like, maybe I could be in the back with a 4-leaf clover, like eating it. I just need a cameo. I ain't got to rap or nothing. You know what I'm saying?
Mama say mama sa mama kusa hoo hoo mama say mama sa mama kusa he he mama say mama sa mama kusa Miami wanna be starting something.
So for y'all that don't speak English, I speak MJ. Mama say mama sa mama kusa. Mama say mama sa mama kusa. Miami want to be starting something. Want to be starting something. They want to be starting something. Man, get you some cane juice, man. Reggie, you got 5 minutes for every dollar. 5 minutes right here. Top right hand corner. Get your butt right over it. Right here. Right there in that corner. How you even know how to spell that, Reggie? And the fact that AI understood what you were doing is even worse. All right. Let me get back to at hand. You shot out, Reggie. You shut out, Reggie. Is that peanut? Is that the peanut? The Alabama peanut? Man, go slap yourself, man. Matter of fact, take this with you, peanut. Get your air out of here, man. All right. Fail State University, home of the clowns. So y'all don't know, they do have a clown major and they have a tent on campus. So you can go to college, pay a bunch of money, and learn how to be a clown. Or you could just enroll at Florida State and learn how to be a clown. You just be a Florida State fan and be a clown. You got to pay no money. But if you want to get the makeup and the big pants and the red nose and the big floppy shoes, then you got to enroll in Tallahassee and go take your classes in the Big Tent. But back to what I'm saying. Play Florida State in Tallahassee. I do not think they'll be as bad as they were this year. Castellanos, quarterback from Boston College. He was at UCF. He was at Boston College. He can make some plays on his legs. Here's what I'll say. And I'm going to give y'all a little hint because I'm about to drop a dime here. He's a great quarterback for Coach Hayes' football college fantasy league. So let me tell y'all something. If you want to join our college fantasy football league, I think I'm the only one that does college fantasy. Everybody else does NFL. I do college fantasy, only the Power 4 teams. So get prepared. It'll be coming out in July. We'll start, I'm going to advertise it, but we'll start, taking the stuff for the leagues and so forth. Power 4 programs, all computer-based. It's got an app and everything. All right? He's a great quarterback for college fantasy football. Can he make plays on his legs? Yes, he can. Can he throw the ball a little bit? Sure. I don't think he's enough to win. I don't think anything else around him. Hakeem Williams, who was a big receiver, didn't really produce a lot at Florida State, but definitely was a big-time recruit coming out of high school, is left and going on to Colorado. It's Florida State. They're still going to have some players, but I don't think it's enough. I think we go into Tallahassee and we catch a W. While we handing out L's at the same time. Chief Osceola in Renegade. You ever seen a shaved horse? Huh? That's what you about to get. A shaved horse. We ain't playing no games. We about to duct tape Chief Osceola to a spear. Pour some syrup on him and let the red ants eat him up. Get up out of here with that foolishness. I'm glad you brought that up. Boy, Reggie, you crazy. Mill retired. Go Kane. Appreciate you, man. Thank you for also being a member. Bye week before and after Florida State game. I don't like that. I have to be honest. But if you got to have a trade, off, 8 home games or bye week, Florida State, bye week, I don't understand how they got 2 bye weeks like that close together. That doesn't make sense to me. I'm not really understanding that. You have 2 bye weeks and you put them 2 weeks apart. Doesn't really make sense to me. I mean, you got Saturday, a bye week, Saturday, a bye week, and then we play Friday. If that's the case, let us play on a Wednesday or Monday or something. But anyway, whatever. Central Texas Kane, that's right. He been part of that. Louisville has picked up the quarterback. I think his name is Miller Moss out of USC. They have to come to the Hard Rock. I still call it Joe Robbie. I don't think we're going to be in a shootout like we were last year. What was the score? 49-52 or something like that? 41-52, something crazy. I don't think we'll be in a shootout against Louisville. Definitely in the Hard Rock. Do they have times on this thing? No, it doesn't have times on there. Hope to God it's a night game because it's a Friday. So I hope that, it's going to be a night game. I hope it's at 8 p.m. prime time. Oh, I didn't say what we beat Florida State by. I'm sorry. We beat Florida State by 75 points. My bad. I'm just talking trash. I think we beat Florida State. By this time, we should be in a rhythm, a groove. I don't know. I don't know how they're going to manage Bethune-Cookman, USF, so far as players, letting guys get repped out. I hope we see some backup quarterbacks in there, but it's funny because you also got to let Carson Beck catch his rhythm. So managing that position is going to be tough. But I think we beat Florida State by, I'll say at least 11. Minus 11 in there. Louisville, same thing. Hey, Miss Carey. How you doing? I think we go in there. Louisville comes in, we play. I don't know what Miller Moss is going to do to run it back room. I'm feeling good about us. I don't see an L yet. A W to Louisville. But Louisville scares me. That's why I'm hesitant. This is exactly why I'm hesitant. Because you could do a lot of talking in life. You could do a bunch of talking in life. And you know what somebody told me about talking? A wise lady once told me that you can make your mouth fry chicken. I was like, what? You can make your mouth fry chicken? What in the world that mean? She said, you could talk about whatever, but you got to show it, you got to do it. Ain't that right? Hey, Miss Curry, I'm glad you're doing good. A wise lady told me that once. So I say all that to say, something about Louisville scares me. And you could talk a good game in this game, football. And we do it every year as Cane fans. You can make your mouth fried chicken. Meaning you can say whatever you want to say in life, but at the end of the day, you got to put the grease in the pan, turn the fire on, and throw the chicken in there and cook it up. Now, Ebron, I know you're a little old, and you may not understand that because you're real old. Matter of fact, I think E. Brown helped pick out the colors for the University of Miami. One time, I think that was you. The reason we wear orange because E. Brown, because he was eating orange one time walking down the Julia Tuttle Causeway. Anyway, back to me. Something about Louisville scares me, and the reason I'm going to put a W here, but that's, again, one of my question mark games. I think it's closer than we think. I don't think it's a shootout, but I do believe 25-28, somewhere in there. I think it's somewhere in there. It's not going to be what we did last year. 24-21. Last second field goal. What's the dude we got now from Texas? Auburn. Isn't that his name? Auburn? Burnt? What's his name? I think his last name is Auburn. Something like that. I don't know one thing. He better slick his hell back and kick that goddamn ball. That's all I can tell you. My next game, Stanford. They have not been very good. They've not been very good. I think, and again, we don't have to fly to them. No California love, right? No West Coast. No West Coast. E. Brown was the first person to ever fry chicken. That's a fact. That's a fact. He put that barnyard pimp in that grease and it was over. Y'all know what a barnyard pimp is, right? You don't know. If y'all don't know what that is, then you ain't from around the way. Anyway, Stanford, I think we walked through them. I think we beat them easily by 2 touchdowns. SMU. Now, here's where my problem lies. Their quarterback is back. They still got some players. They're picking up some good players. I'm not thinking about last year, even though I thought they did a great job last year. Red Lashley, we all know, was our offensive coordinator. But we got to go to Dallas. Right? This will be our second time on the airplane this year. Got to go to Dallas. Not a bad flight. It's whatever. Maybe 2.5 hours. There's going to be a lot of hoopla about Red Lashley being at Miami. You know, SMU getting a lot of Miami players. You know they're going to bring up Brashard Smith. Oh, well, Miami didn't know what to do with Brashard Smith. But SMU, he goes to SMU. He played running back and get drafted. He went from barely playing to go to SMU, play 1 year running back, and get drafted. I have to say this. This game scares me. Question mark. I'm still going to give it a W, though. I'm fanned out. But it scares me. This quarterback is mobile. I'm not going to say he's, that guy. But he can extend plays. You saw him last year make some young mistakes. He's got another year under his belt. And I don't care about, SMU, who do they play? Shit, who do we play? And they found ways to win. Damn headphones bothering the mess out of me, bro. Come on, man. What is going on? All right. So SMU game kind of bothers me a little bit. I still think it's a W. I think that this might be to the last person who gets the ball. Hopefully I'm wrong with all of this. But this might be the last one who gets the ball. Wins. Syracuse. God! I'm getting hot! Every time I'm getting hot. God! Syracuse, I hate them. I'm getting hot. I'm hot. Bro, Syracuse. Of any game, Coach Cristobal, listen to me, brother. This should be punishment game right here. It might be our fault we weren't in it, but they stood in our way. And if a now second year, first time head coach come in here and whoop you his first year, he whooped us. And whoop us this year, you got some splaining to do, Lucy. I hate Syracuse. Like I hate Duke. I just want to slap somebody. They embarrassed us. Think about this. Here goes some bulletin board material, Coach. Fran Brown had the nerve to lean in and say, hey, Coach Dabo, I helped you out, baby. Oh, it sounds like y'all teaming up. Like y'all want to jump us. And these boys coming to the Hard Rock, I still call it Joe Robbie over the fire. Gil, the reason I don't hate Georgia Tech, they're not even on the schedule. Georgia Tech not even on the schedule this year. We ain't got to worry about them. Duke ain't, Puke ain't even on the schedule. North Carolina ain't on the schedule. We can't even see Bill Belichick's girlfriend. I wonder if she got some friends. In the words of Diddy, you bring your friends, coach. I'll bring my friends and we could be friends. But no Diddy parties. We just talking about friends. But I'm hot. Syracuse. This should be scheduled on the board. They should be playing a 21-point lead right now in the facility and just loop it. And just loop it. And just loop it. Hot right now. I still think we walk out with a W, though. All right, so we walk out with a W. But this game bothers me too because I don't know how well we do with revenge, i.e. Georgia Tech. Still a W in my book, but the Syracuse games bothers me. This coach, hey, let me get on the edge of my seat. Coach, at the end of this game, I need you to be petty as all pettiness. You could be Petty Pendergrass. You could be Tom Petty. You could be Petty LaBelle. Whoever you want to be. You could be Petty P. Petty. He did he. No, don't be that. Coach, at the end, when they interview you, you got to give a shout out to somebody like, that's keeping them out of it. Get petty with it. Like the same way he was kind of petty with us. I can't call it right now, but like, hey, yo, Dabo, see you in the playoffs. Something like that. All right, let me drink some cane juice and calm down a little bit. I'm hot. Drink some more. Put the flame out. All right. Whew. Syracuse. A W, but a question mark scares me. I got 3 so far. Louisville, SMU, Syracuse. North Carolina State. Quarterback from down this way. I forgot his name. CJ, I almost say Cedric Baxter. I forget the young man's name. Plays Chaminade. I have no fear in them at all. No fear of North Carolina State. Even though they gave us some run for our money sometime, I ain't got no fear of them. We should slap their behinds. And again, they got to come to the Hard Rock. I still call it Joe Robbie. Street. Coach Hayes' mama got that Florida kid arrested. She been NIL bag chasing. Don't hate the player, dog. Hate the game. Hey, Mom, good job, baby. Good job. Street, what's up, man? CJ Bailey. Thank you, Sade. CJ Bailey. I think he's a very good quarterback. I think he's going to grow into his own, but not on November 15th. He should be looking up at a South Florida sky, whether it's day or night. He can either be looking at the clouds, or looking at the stars, or maybe the Goodyear blimp. I don't give a dang what he's looking at. But we should be sacking his behind left and right. I give us another W for that. Coach feeling good tonight on these W's now. Then we hit the road 2 weeks straight. V-Tech, hard to play in. They're going to make it a night game. They're going to make it a night game. Into the Sandman. Huh? Enter the Sandman. Exit a winning man. You like what I did? Put that on a shirt. Into the Sandman, exit a winning man. Dub, what's up, man? He said, Ebron say he testified at Diddy trial. Ebron, you ain't the Punisher, are you? Ebron, you ain't the Punisher. Oh, Lord. Ebron the Punisher. Ebron, easy, killer. Easy. Ebron, coach still recovering. Hey, I'll tell y'all about this debate. Last night, y'all know I had the show. I'll just tell y'all. Trust me. No, sir. I got on the phone. Shout out to my man, Jerome. We got on the phone. He said, Coach, you was right. You ain't got to clip it up and put it out there for the world to see. Trust me. No, sir. I'll leave it at that. I'll talk about it on another day. Anyway, Virginia Tech. Drones, I believe, is the quarterback. And here's all key about injury. And this is why I'm saying this. Street, I want you to call in, man. Well, hell, you get the link. I seen your link if you want to come on. We're about to talk about it. We ain't did a show in a while, dog. The people miss us, dog. What's up, man? Batman and Robin, dog. Can't be the dynamic duo. You could be Robin, though. You could be Robin. But here's where injury, I always bring up injury. Injury takes a place. Because our bye weeks are so early, and again, when I say injury as well as hurt, right? There's a difference between hurt and injured. But injury, you get dinged up, bro. Think about this. Florida, bye week. No, I'm sorry. Florida, bye week. Florida State, bye week. You're going to have some physical games from October 17th to November 29th. You basically playing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 games. That's the old school lightweight. Remember you used to have that bye week early. They used to try to give you that bye week somewhere, 7, 8, 9, 10, somewhere in there. That's tough. But VTech, again, I think is a win. I think it's going to be a lot closer than people anticipate. I think it's 4 points. Because it is tough to play in VTech at night when you enter the Sandman. And then Pittsburgh. They trash. They trash. Slap the coach. Pittsburgh ain't shaking on nothing. Pittsburgh ain't shaking on nothing this year. Sorry. Pittsburgh had that one game against Syracuse last year with the 5 interceptions. In the words of Bo's name, Bubba Dub, trash. Trash. We beat them by 17. Trash. Now, to Cuban Kane. I got us going 12-0. But here's my caveat. And I hate that I have to do this. I hate that I have to do this. And it wouldn't be me if I didn't do this. It wouldn't be me if I didn't do this. Y'all know I have to call a spade a spade. I got to call cane juice. The reason I don't have I have 12-0. Y'all can't see it. The light is too bright. But anyway, I got 12-0. I hate to say this, but I'm going to. And I'm only doing it because of track record. Do I think we're going to drop a game? Yes. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. What game? I have no idea. Just like last year. Would you have told me we would have lost to Syracuse? No. I would have never thought that we would have lost to Syracuse. The 3 games I had, we performed. I mean, the Florida game was phenomenal. 41-17. Florida State game, they played us kind of tough, but we weathered a little storm. They trash. In the Louisville game, we persevered. I don't think every game has to be a blowout. Football just doesn't work that way. But there's some event that's going to happen, and I believe it's going to be between October 17th and November 29th. That we're going to have an issue. The problem I have, the 3 games that I have kind of iffy are conference games. Our conference games. And I hope to God I'm wrong. Y'all write it down, clip it up, take a picture. I don't give a. But the problem I'm having with this is these are conference games. The next question I have is, we don't know what it's going to be. And the Coach Cristobal, I know we talk about these things, but again, you can make your mouth fried chicken. You can talk all that, but every year there has been an incident. I'll just call it an incident. And it's football. Things happen. I get it. I understand it. I've experienced it. I've coached it. I've lost games I shouldn't have. I've won games I shouldn't have. But every year there's a thing, and we have to eliminate that thing. Whatever that thing is, the Miami Hurricanes have to eliminate that thing. And that thing being the what the F moment. WTF. The Middle Tennessee, year 1. Okay, blame whatever you want, but it was a thing. Year 2, the take a knee. Whatever you want to blame, whatever, it's a thing. Year 3, you got win 1 of 2 games. We go into Syracuse up 21, blowing their brains out, and lose the game. It's a thing. For whatever reason you want to blame, it's a thing. Now we're in year 4. And you notice each thing is something different. Lower tier program beat you. Pretty much got the game in the bag, take a knee. Lose with a big lead. So this year, what is the new thing? And until you can eliminate that thing, that will always linger. That will always linger. And right now, I don't know what that thing is. And that's what scares me in a 1-loss, 11-1 record overall. But I'm sticking with my 12-0 because I believe, and again, it may not just be Coach Cristobal, but he's the head coach. So he gets all the praise. He gets all the criticism. It's just what it is being a leader. When Apple went, well, I guess I'm about to say Steve Jobs, but he passed. Let me find somebody else. I don't know. When Amazon does good, Jeff Bezos gets the credit. When Amazon does bad, Jeff Bezos gets the criticism. Just trying to make a parallel here. I'm going to believe, hopefully, Coach has found a way to eliminate that thing. That thing. Shout out to Lauren Hill. Cristoforo. Never heard that name before. Santino. I hear you on that year. I hear you on that. On the every year is a thing, but the record has improved every year also. Great. That's great. But I'll say this to you, Cristoforo. 10-2 last year. Yeah, it was. It is an improvement. But that's also like kissing your cousin. That 10-2 record. You are a 10-2 team sitting on the couch. Sitting on the couch like a 7-5 team. The highlight, think about what I was going to say to you. As good as a team we supposedly had last year, as good of a team, and I'm not even going into the bowl game, whatever, but as good as a team we had last year, you know what we have to show for it? We won 10 wins and a t-shirt that says we are the state champs. And that's a mythical-ish because we beat Florida and Florida State. We did state champs. Our 10-2 got us sitting on the couch, just like a 2-10 Florida State. That's all I'm saying. So to your point, you're 100% correct. Yes, progression within the record. But records mean nothing if you're not accomplishing anything. I'll ask you this last one, Santino. I'd rather go 8-4 and be in the conference championship than go 10-2 and sit on the couch. Think about that one. Would you rather be 8-4 going to the conference championship and play? Or would you rather be 10-2 and sit on the couch? Come on. Let me open this up. Phone line open 862-799-9956. Y'all call on in. Let's talk it up. Let's chalk it up. Let's talk about it. Tiger is over the Dean end of your dynasty. I don't know what that means. It's over the Dean end ended. It's over the Dean ended your dynasty. I'm not sure what that means. But Tiger, I spoke to Jerome on the phone today, man. We had a great conversation. We really did. And he decided we'll leave it off the air because you know me. I about to go to the barbershop and clip that thing up, make a video. But he was like, nah, coach, we good. So I think we cleared the air. I tried to hit you up earlier to explain it to you, but, you know, I might hit you up after the show if you're up. But anyway, 862-799-9956. Go ahead and call in. Coach got us at 12-0. I got 3 questionable games: Louisville, SMU, Syracuse. Every time I say Syracuse, I get hot. God damn! Oh, I hate it. Coach, is Tristan Keys coming? In the words of Biggie, if that cash right, Tristan there every night. Keys been smooth since days of Underoos. That's all I'm going to tell you, brother. If the cash right, Tristan there every night. Keys been smooth since days of Underoos. That's all I'm going to tell you. Tiger, what's up, man?
Yo.
What's going on, brother?
Hold on.
Dog on that cricket.
All right.
Dog on that cricket wireless.
All right. We good. Yeah, the Dean, man, he killed y'all dynasty. When he came in, he wanted to clean up the image, and he wanted y'all to be the Harvard of the South or whatever.
The Dean?
He killed y'all dynasty.
What Dean? What are you talking about? You talking about Donald Shalala?
Okay. Yeah. You remember he changed everything. He didn't want Luke out there no more, and he he wanted to change up the image. He didn't want all the rappers on the sideline. And, you know, once he changed up the image, y'all went down here from there. Y'all had a little run after that, but then it's been over with since then.
Yeah, I mean, I can agree with that, but I also think I can agree with that. But I also think too, recruiting hurt us. We didn't understand recruiting. We didn't understand what it took to recruit these players. We didn't understand the power of the internet. I brought that up. I'm not gonna go over it again. But yeah, I mean, I think when Larry Coker was there, I don't think he truly understood that players were not going to just come to Miami because they from Miami or South Florida and because they got a U on the side of the helmet. You know, sometimes people do that. Oh, they're going to come just because of who we are, right? Think about this. Do people still eat McDonald's burgers?
I mean, we do, but not like back in the day.
Okay, but here's the thing. Does McDonald's still advertise commercials?
Yeah.
But if they didn't, but imagine if they took the mindset, man, we McDonald's, bro. We ain't got to advertise no more.
Huh? Yeah, I got you. I understand.
That's all I'm saying is that even though you're at the top of the market, the top of this, you still got to do it as if you're at the bottom of the market. And I think we took that for granted, in my opinion.
Yeah, I feel like they want to get away from that identity of the bad boys of college football, and they want to clean everything up. Mm-hmm. And in the mix of that, they also didn't honor the players like that. Like I didn't feel like Miami embraced their players in the history. I don't know, you down there. Did you get that feel that Miami really loved all those players that came through there and gave them their flowers?
No, I've said this before on record. Miami don't even embrace the University of Miami doesn't even embrace the community. They don't embrace the city of Miami. They don't embrace, and I'm not asking them they need to be at everybody's birthday party. But what I'm saying is the community in which they get the majority of their players or they big time dogs from, we don't. I see more FIU stuff around Miami than I've seen Miami stuff. Now, yeah, FIU is a bigger school and so forth, and they got campuses everywhere. But you know what I'm saying. You know what I mean.
Yeah, and that's why I feel like Miami wanted to be a college, not a athletic team. You know what I'm saying? Like they didn't want to be known for the athletics. They want to be known for academics. And they downplayed the athletics. I've been in places where they've done that on purpose. They downplay the athletics just to swing the like. I feel like they're the HBCUs. They want to highlight the band over the football team. They purposely highlight the band over the football team.
Sure.
That's why at halftime everybody just leaves.
Yeah.
But the band don't make the money like the football team.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's just I feel like that's the same thing with Miami's doing. It's like I don't know with the academia part how much money they bring in, but I know some of these big programs they bring in a lot of money with football. And I think Miami just said, you know what, we get that. We just want to do it. We want to do it just the academic way. Forget all this. We don't want to highlight the poker bean projects. We don't want to do that.
Right. Real quick, I'll say this. The Angry Ape says, when have you ever seen a Bugatti ad or Rolls Royce ad? I'm just playing card. I know what you mean. I know, but I'm going to help you out with that one. Yeah. You see it all the time. Yeah, well, hold on. You see it all the time, brother. Maybach music in my Bugatti. Just woke up in my new Bugatti. See, those are ads that they didn't even have to pay for. See, well, y'all missed. See, y'all missed the whole game right there, Angry Ape. And I know what you're saying. I get you say you're just playing, but what you don't realize is you don't see Louis Vuitton ads either. But guess what? Everybody we watch every day, you don't see Rolex ads, but you damn so saw Shador doing this, huh? Perfect time, man, huh?
Yeah.
I'm just so. Believe it or not, you may not see him on NBC, but you see him every day, and you don't even realize you watching them. My man. I'm going to put that on the shirt. But you tried to get old coach. Talk to your boy. Oh, matter of fact, I forgot this other one. Didn't Shador just get a Rolls Royce delivered? Well, not Shador, but didn't the Sanders family get a Rolls Royce delivered to the house? And it was all over social media? Okay. Free advertisement, brother. I love it. But talk to me, Ty. Give me a last line before I get the other cats on.
And let me say this about the advertisement. You know, I've been privileged to be in a few places.
Okay.
When you go to a certain place, like if you go to the Super Bowl or if you go to these high-end parties, or it's even a mall in in Atlanta. Like you got Lenox Mall,
Mm-hmm.
and then across the street you got Phillips Mall.
Okay.
If you go in Phillips, you see advertisements for Bugattis and all that kind of stuff because it's a different kind of money over there. They not finna advertise
There you go.
Bugattis on regular TV because most people can't afford it.
There you go. There you go.
Yeah.
There you
gotta
go.
be in the room, folks, to see it now.
Bro, while I'm spending money, hey, advertising Bugatti, if you on First 48, come on, dog. Bro, no sir. No sir.
Yeah, but all right, Coach. Hey, man, have a good one, man.
Hey, real quick, I called you. You heard what I said about me and Jerome. We had a chance to talk it out last night. I'm gonna call you after. You gonna be up?
Yeah.
You gonna be up?
Yeah, I'll be up.
You got a show or something tonight or no?
No, I'm working tonight.
Okay, I'm gonna hit you up when we finish this. We had a good talk, man. I
All
tried
right.
to call you early. All right, appreciate it. All right, Studio One in the building, baby. What's up, man? Talk to me. Give us your thoughts on my score prediction, record
I'm glad
prediction.
he mentioned that. Y'all ever heard of Nelson Marketing?
Nelson Marketing, what's that? Studio.
They're a company that get real technical. They give you money to put like internet devices in your shit. You
talking about in your house? Yeah, you talking about the TV? Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah.
So all broadcast companies out there, I believe I could be an expert at maximizing your commercials
Mm-hmm.
and where they should be broadcast, and who will be watching them, and who will be the most effective for them,
Mm-hmm.
the most bang out of your buck. Don't just waste your marketing dollars.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, that was just a little advertisement. You never know who's watching. Never know. I was #1 sales representative.
What you was selling, dog? What you was selling?
All Xfinity products. But I was the #1. I got the record on home security. So I wrote a sales script on why you need security in an apartment. They used to give they in an apartment, they don't need security. Man, I made, especially a black little chick, after I hit that script on her, man, she like, give me that.
Yeah.
I got the record 2 months, like the most ever sold.
Yeah, y'all clap it up. Y'all clap it up for my dog out here selling. Shout out to my dog out here selling security to people who don't need it. He's selling water to a well, ice to it for an igloo. I hear you, dog. But anyway, talk to us. What's up, man? Hey, A63 Kane, what's up?
Now I'm finna say y'all about this blueprint Mario has built.
Okay, before you do that, can I ask one question? Do you like my record prediction? 12-0, possibly 11-1 with a oopsie.
Yeah, I do feel a oops.
Okay. All right.
And it's gonna show the progression.
Mm-hmm.
They're gonna show, because he's been known for the goofy coach. And they're gonna let him keep playing that role.
Okay.
But I think that goofy oops gonna be something in the playoffs where we like, man, we supposed to won that shit.
Mm-hmm.
And it's gonna still hurt a little bit. And ain't gonna be the satisfactory, unless, because I'm skeptical on Mario being able to actually win a natty. Because remember, like Coach Ryan Day, he was just going through it. Like his record was superb. You can't be like, we don't care, we want you out of here. But he got a little leeway, he won it.
Okay.
It's still some bitterness in the background though, Coach, about that Michigan loss still. Even though they won it. So that's what I'm saying.
Okay.
I don't know. He been, like you said, the lingering goofy stuff. What is it going to be now? What goofy laps we have to lost causes of this game that hurts? Like, so what, Mario? We want you out because you're goofy.
Should I do a bingo card? Like, I hate to do this, but hey, it's a capitalistic world. What if we had like a scenario card? Like, if somebody picks something on the card and you lose the game or whatever, you get what I'm saying? You know how they do the little bingo cards? You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Like, don't take a knee, missed field goal at the end.
Pick like you can run a
like win a game by 21 points.
Super Bowl squares off that. Have a bunch of
I'm saying
think about 20 different scenarios.
Yeah, win a game by 21 points.
And everybody draw one.
Yeah. 44.
Outcome is if he lose a game, if they lose the game by that particular scenario, they win the pot. And if no scenario, it doubles over. Some shit you can run.
Something like that.
You know, boy, I told you, boy, we need to get our minds in the workshop. What would it, boy? All right. But anyway, what do you think about this Mario Goof troop, man? Because there's some people attacking him. There's some people that don't believe he's doing what he's, even those progression, they still not believing. They feel like we're worse off this year. They're scared.
So
I don't know.
So here's what I'll say. Here's what I'll say to this. People can like it. People dislike it. People do whatever they want. One thing about life, perception becomes reality. I think that's true in all cases. 56, 57, give me a second. I'm coming to you, buddy. Here's what I'll tell you. Would you agree that perception becomes reality, Studio?
Yeah, because you'll get vilified.
Okay.
And you might not even be guilty.
Right, but so follow me on this. When you start off something and it's new, everybody's excited about it, right? Like a magic trick. Ooh, look, he put the coin behind your ear and made it appear. Everybody mesmerized at first. And I show back up and say, Studio, you want to see a magic trick? Yeah. And I do the same one. You're like, all right, that's good. I come back again. Studio, you want to see a magic trick? And you expecting what? Me to pull a rabbit out the hat. And I'd be like, watch this. And I pull a coin from behind your ear. You'd be like, bro, I seen this. Like, I seen it.
Okay, my friend. You like, get out of my face with that, man.
So then you like, so now that's the third time. So the fourth time, like, bro, you want to see a magic trick? And you're expecting what? Me to pull a coin from behind your ear again. So I'm saying all this hold on, but I want to paint this parallel and you got it. What I'm saying is we've seen this magic trick over and over. And that's why I said 12-0, because hopefully he's going to come with a rabbit out of his hat. Maybe he can make an elephant disappear. I don't know. But my whole thing is, when I said perception becomes reality, after a while, it's like, this dude said he was a top magician, but he still keep pulling a quarter from behind my ear. Then you go back and you look at the previous, things appear to be better, just like the side mirror. Things in the mirror are closer than they appear. You go in, now you match up record for record, and you say, well, dang, he is one game better than Manny, win and loss in 3 years. One game better. Win and loss record right now after 3 years.
Okay. Well, this is what I would say to that. I'm going to give Mario a little bit of credit here. Because I was pushing hard.
No, but hold on. I want to finish this and you got it. I promise you.
Oh, I thought you
So my point is, Studio, I'm talking about how people's perception becomes reality. Has Mario felt like he's changed the Miami Hurricane culture? Most definitely. Has Mario felt like we're getting way better recruits? Most definitely. Has Mario bring a new energy to the Hurricanes? Most definitely. But the problem is, Studio, the results appear to be the same. Yes, we won 10 games this one, but we lost 5 the year before, so it's kind of even wash. When Manny never lost 5 games, you get where I'm going? He never had 10, never had 5. So it's a feel to it. But if you look at the ending result, it's still fried chicken. Mm-hmm. Shout out to E. Brown. Studio, talk to me.
I feel you. And that's why us as sports media outlets has to get a hold of this narrative. Okay, first they got to realize Manny kind of got, I think, Rick's team a little more built to win, kind of. He was already installed in the defense and already kind of was ingrained into the system. Mario had to come all the way from Oregon and get a collapse, gave up roster. The roster wasn't really collapsed. They was just kind of gave the culture got a little bit too loose, playful, dance around, just wanting to look cute more. They ain't care as much. So Mario had to come way from God darn that Oregon West Coast and rebuild a foundation. And then he got hit with the portal. Boom, boom, blindside. Oh, shoot. Now it's changed. NIL. He had to adapt on the go while building a foundation. Now, we called them the same stuff, same goofy. But then I said, well, what did he do really bad? Okay, the not knee. The not knee is the real game. We can say, all right, you blew that game, Mario. But the first year, okay, we lost to Middle Tennessee. He was real building a trashy squad. Man, okay, yeah, he lost to FIU too. Okay, the same thing. Rebuilding. Now we see some growth, okay, while adapting to the portal, while looking like one of the elites of the portal. And then while that progression, we see the recruiting classes with progression. Okay. Now next year, okay, he made a mistake. He said he left his DBs depleted, thought he had enough. I thought that was part of the narrative. Okay. He solidified that with about 4 or 5 DBs. Some of them look like it's the strength. Look like it's probably the top one in the nation right now. I'll put my money on it right now. Is one of the top defensive backfields in the nation just from his acquisitions. And he get the top player in the nation. Whenever we got the #1 player in our position in the nation, boy. Remember we got the #1 offensive lineman last year, and then we got another big man. That line is like no worries about the line, like at all. Like whatever. You know what I'm saying?
We had James. We got James Williams with Manny.
That's fine and dandy. All I'm saying is it doesn't look quite the same. It looks like a fortification being built.
No, I understand.
Can't say Manning. Okay, you're right. Perception right now, you're right. But if we expect 11-1, 10-2, you can't say no back-to-back 10-win season at all. And I don't know how long. And then you see all these recruits. Look at, then we got that boy, that corner. Oh man, it's looking great. When has the future looked this great? Be honest, bro.
Every year.
Stop. What's all that 20-year shit behind us, man?
Every year. Every year we look great. Every year we got the top this. Every year we in the top 5 in recruiting, probably in the top 2 in the conference. Every year bro, we put in more.
We fell down in the 12s and 13s a while back, bro. Not too long ago.
The 12 and 13. Okay, and it doesn't matter. With our schedules, do we have to have the #1 conference? I mean, the #1 recruiting class to win?
Apparently so, because the ACC done won some natties in the last 10 years too.
I'm listening.
I'm just saying, man. I understand y'all looking at it in reverse.
Not at all.
Manning progressed the team. Mario is progressing the team. So yeah, the 3-year marks, you see the chart, the same point, but Manning's chart was going down. This chart here at the same point, maybe at the same point, but the chart is up, rising. Boy, you better look about the stocks, man. Boy, you want to be on the chart, regardless of the same point on that chart. If your graph is going upwards, you want to be on that one, bro. Not on the Manning one.
So I hear you. Here's my question. Let me ask you this. I'll say this last thing, and we're gonna give you a little. I hope you got some picks for us tonight.
Yeah, I'm gonna stand in the back. I'm gonna hear y'all.
You a math guy?
Yes, sir. I went to school for engineering. Bethune-Cookman University.
So follow me. You got $100. You ready? You lose $50. And you gain another $100. So you had 100, you lost 50, you got back 100. How much you got in total?
150.
150. You start off with $50. The next year, you get $50. And the third year, you get $50. How much money you got at the end?
150. On top of that 150 previous.
No. So what I'm saying is, if one person starts off with $100, lost $50, and got $100 back, they got $150. One person started with $50, they got another $50, and another $50, they got $150. So at the end of the day, I hear what you're saying. Back to perception becomes reality. People think because you look like you got a lot, but at the end of the day, you walked out with the same amount of money. And I think that's exactly what I think is happening here. We look at Manny in one light, man, it was down, it was going down. We still at $150. Mario comes in, oh, it's terrible. He got to fix it. So he went $50 and he never lost. Another $50. He never lost. He got another $50. See, he never took a negative. He only made positive. But at the end of the day, he walked out with the same amount of money. So that's why I tell you it's like kissing your cousin. What I'm saying is it makes no sense. We're back at the same point. We're literally at the same point. Now, next year is going to be the deciding factor. Unfortunately, Manny didn't have a next year. So if next year doesn't look promising, if we walk out of here with 8 wins, I'm going to be hot as a firecracker up in the matter of fact, I'm getting hot right now. Just think about it. I'm getting hot. Somebody give me some cane juice. Studio, you got any picks for the night?
No. It's summer break. They're getting ready for like World Cup qualifiers.
Well, I'm gonna give you love on the way out, man. I'm gonna give you your intro right here before I get to 57. Shout out to Studio One. This is intro right here. Y'all stay tuned. He got them locks.
I got them locks.
Beijing Professional, Shandong Tyson, Shanghai Shenhua. They all some locks tonight, boy.
Studio One Live, a.k.a. Soccer God.
Soccer God got me hot. He ready. Studio, man, let the people know where they can find you. I know you still doing your stuff. Let me get on 56, 57.
Just go at the Guru, HRUDAGURU. The channel will pop up. We also at Racing Club Elite. We're going to the districts this Saturday, boy. Sanderwood High School. We got some gold medal winners, probably right off the rip.
In the
back door.
For sure, man. Appreciate you, Studio. Much love, brother. All right, 56, 57 on the line. Been super patient. Appreciate you, man. Give us your name, where you calling from. What's your thoughts?
What's happening, Coach? This is well, I once introduced myself as Coach from down the way.
Coach from down the way. All right.
Yeah, down the way, where we from.
All right.
Right down here, Coach.
All right, talk to me,
but
man.
Listen, Coach. It's amazing, me listening to the last two callers and you, and I'm a kind of draw a pyramid between you, those two callers. And I'm going to say this, Coach, we got to stop.
All right, talk to me.
We're in a sick relationship with the U.S. fans.
Yes, Lord.
And that dialogue where the brother was talking about Donna Shalala and what was going on back then, all the way to the point where the brother just was talking about what Mario's doing right now.
Okay.
Which is, I agree with him so much, and I agree with the brother, the earlier caller, but I don't, And here comes where the pyramid comes back around to you. We got to stop.
You don't agree with me?
I want you to ask me the question that you asked the brother about your prediction.
Okay, do you like my prediction?
I like it and I don't like it.
All right, so tell me what you like and tell me what you don't like.
Okay, I'll answer it like that. But let me put it like this, Coach. I like all that you're saying about what's the potential of what we can do. You'll break down from throughout the schedule and respect it from game to game. And then as far as just got me shaking in my boots. Just like this sadistic relationship we've been having with the University of Miami as fans. You understand what I'm saying, Coach?
No, I don't. So you got to give me some more. You got to give me some.
Oh, this is finna get good, Coach.
Yeah, yeah. Give me some information.
Now, listen. What we've been doing year after year, and I'm talking about you, Coach. You're a little younger than me. I've been following you for a while, and I love what you do. Believe me, I love everything that you do. I've been following you from the beginning. But from back in the 70s, started with, and I don't want to be insulting because I never been a Dolph fan. Even I was born and raised down here, just like you. You know, I still call what they call Miami Garden, Carol City, and Joe, and whatever they call the stadium is still Joe Robbie to me. I'm right along with you. Now, in the 70s, the Dolphins was going to the Super Bowl every year. I don't want to be insulting to you because I know you're a Dolphin.
Okay. That
same mentality is within a lot of us in respect to the Canes.
Okay.
Because we still talk about what happened and what it was. But let me break down the sadistic relationship.
But before you do that, I got to say, because you're going way back to the 70s. All I know about back in the 70s is
back in the days when I was young, I'm not a kid anymore. But some days I sit and wish I was a kid again.
That's all I can tell you. Back in the day, I don't know about no 70s.
What I'm talking about after the 72 Dolphins and as it throughout the 80s, it was always they going to the Super Bowl when we was coming up as young kids.
Okay,
you understand? And this same type of relationship since like you probably pretty young when we had that Ed Brown and Shakespeare and all them boys, and then going on to Michael Irvin and so on and so forth. We built championship teams all the way up to that 2001 team. Now let's talk about that 2001 team. There's one individual on that team that I've been close to in some sense because of family ties, that I spoke with him once and I said, what do you think about these teams that we have? And he always said, look at the roster, look at the type of players. Until we get back to that level of building and structure as far as a team and the structure in respect to the culture, we're not there. But we have this relationship, Coach, and it's like this, and this is what is going to blow your mind, Coach. We're like this joke I heard in the joint back in the day. It's like you went to the club and you in there getting pissy drunk and you sluzzing, you toe down. You leave with two women. As far as you remember. All you remember, you left with two women. You went into you checked into a room. As far as you remember, you wake up in the morning, you checked in the room with two women. You wake up in the morning, the two women gone, and your pants down and your ass greased. And that might. I hope that ain't blow over your head, go.
No, that sounds like a Diddy party. No, that sounds like a Diddy party.
Say what?
That sound like
it damn sure do, but Coach.
And we don't do the Diddy party. Here's my thing.
Follow me now. Follow me.
I don't want to follow you. No, I don't want to follow you no more. If I got to end up with my pants down with some grease in my butt, I don't want to follow you nowhere.
No, but see, you Coach. What did we end up last year and the year before? Every year we talk 12 and 0, and these greats. Coach, this is my prediction. We're going anywhere from 12 and 0 to 6 and 6.
No, I can't let you ride with that. I can't give you a 6-game window.
No, Coach. Okay, you did this to me, Coach.
No, I ain't too. Trust me, me and you ain't never been nowhere with no pants and no grease. No, sir, don't do it.
I ain't talking about that. I ain't talking about Coach. This is metaphorical. Coach, come on. What's wrong with you? Come on, no Diddy. Let's put a no Diddy on.
Yes, sir.
I
don't know. Hashtag no Diddy. I don't know where this conversation is going because I hear what you're
saying.
Coach,
you got to let me go there.
Damn. Okay.
You got to let me go there.
All right. Let me get comfortable then. I need a Snicker bar because we're gonna be here for a while. Go ahead.
Right.
I ain't got no more callers, so I'm waiting on somebody else to call in. Go ahead.
We actually, year after year, we stuck on what we have been, what happened with Donna Shalada. We got naysayers just like that, and that's why I agree so much with the last caller. And we haven't had. And well, let's go back when we talk about Donna Shalada and what happened then and so on and so forth. The era has gone. The level of putting together a team, we could probably say Nick Saban put some of that put together something that likeness over there with Ed Orgeron with Chase and them guys. It was close to that likeness, you know. In respect to the 2001 team. But you just told the brother we had a top-notch recruiting classes year after year. No, we didn't.
No?
And he said it was 12, 13, so on and so forth. Ain't nobody did it like Mario. Now we talk about a different scenario in the days. A recruiting situation where Mario is so sporty where he tell him the portal is always open. He came in and with a understanding that y'all gonna invest in this team, not like what they was talking about, what the brother was talking about earlier when he was talking about they wanted it to be some type of academic school or medical school or whatever it was at that time. And they wasn't investing into the program. We got in our NIL transfer portal and spending just as well as Nick Saban was spending under the table. But our situation now is probably best if in respect to coaching. I ain't gonna say that. I'm going out there when I say coaching, but in respect to recruiting classes, Coach, I want a sidebar and ask you what is the issue with these linebackers? Because in respect to the type of quality linebackers we've been getting year after year in this recruiting class, I can't understand why they can't fix that situation. But that's a whole nother. I'm digressing when I speak of that. What I'm saying is, Coach, we have been in this relationship that we need to stop talking about what we are going to be and how great we are and so on and so forth, and allow this team, allow these coaches and this program to prove itself and hold them to the stake in that regard. Because this concept of what we are,
Next
what we done, man, that Syracuse situation still got you hurt, Coach, and me.
Right.
That Georgia Tech 2 years situation 2 years ago, we still feeling that. That's where you woke up with the grease. You went to sleep with the grease.
No grease.
With Georgia Tech.
No, I'm finna go take
with Georgia Tech.
I'm finna go take a bath right now.
All right.
I don't want no grease. Well, listen, we got a lot more callers jumping in.
Do you understand what I'm saying? Huh?
No, I said we got a couple callers calling in here. We got Daryl Page in the building, 8251. The boys called in, but yeah. So what's your record prediction after all that? What's your record prediction?
Coach, I just told you anywhere.
You can't tell. No, dog. I can't. Coach. If I can't, listen, no, sir.
We got to stop.
Sir,
we come in every year talking about what we gonna do, like the 72 Dolphins.
Okay, I hear you. You're right.
We come in every year with the same mentality.
According to your stories, you ain't coming every year. But here's what I'm gonna tell you. I hear you.
No,
but if I won't,
Coach,
if I won't let the Colorado people go with a 6-12 swing, you gotta narrow it down to a number. Is it 8 wins, 9 wins, 5 wins, 6 wins, 3 wins? What do you give me a number, dog? Nobody holding you to it.
Coach, well, I got to tell you where you scared me, Coach. What I say you did it to me when you did that breakdown on
Carson Beck.
Because hey, I have a question is about the receiver core. And I love them. I love it across the board, but we got questions. We talk about the defense, Hedgerman. We know interiorly
No
within.
Diddy, no grease.
I love the ends and so on and so forth. Overall, but we still got too many questions.
Okay, I got one question, and I need one. It's just a one-word answer. It's got to be a number. What's your record prediction? I just need one number. 5, 6. These are the wins. 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 0, 2. What? Just give me a number, and I got to push on.
Come on, well, you gonna force me to be hypocritical? No, and I'm just saying I'm going with you 12-0.
All right, it is
just like what we're in this toxic relationship. But I hope, Coach, we don't wake up in the hotel with our pants.
No, we ain't gonna wake up. No, we out of here, man.
You know what I'm talking about?
No, I don't hear what you're talking about. No, I don't. I don't. No.
All right, Coach.
Much love, bro. I'll holler at you. For sure.
Yeah.
This song's dedicated to the homies in that gangster lean. I don't ever want to wake up like that. Ever. Help me, Lord. Shout out to LMV 499. Next coach would tell us he won a championship. I did. I went to state making paper airplanes. Listen to me. This is a true story. I won state in 1990. Okay. It was in December of 1990 because the competition goes really from August, right before you get to Labor Day is like preseason, right? And then so you go from August for preseason, and then right after Labor Day until December is the state championship. But I went to the state championship for making paper airplanes, and my plane went the furthest out of all people in the entire state of Florida in 1990. I got a gold plane on a ring. I can't wear it because sometimes I forget I have it, and I'll go to scratch myself and it hit me and cut me. But 1990, I won state in that. Shout out to LMV. No Diddy, no grease. Shout out to LMV again. That was a tough call right there. DP, talk to me. Make it easy on me.
What it do, Cole Hayes, man. I know they ain't out here in the hotel with your pants down, dog. What you got going on?
Bro,
Coach?
What is happening right now? Hold on. Not the fact with your pants down, but with greasy cheeks, dog. What are we doing?
Yeah, that is out of pocket. That's crazy, man. I thought I was watching the Boondocks episode.
Bro, he said greasy cheeks. Bro, what are we doing? What are we doing?
Oh, man, that's wild. Coach, we're going 11-1, Coach.
Who's the one lost? You got one?
I ain't gonna lie, man. I really can't pinpoint a particular team, and the only reason I'm saying we losing the game because, man, it's so hard to go undefeated, dog. Like,
true story.
So much has to go right for you. If we was gonna go undefeated, it really would have been last year because some of the weird stuff that was going in our favor is only stuff that happened in undefeated seasons, to be real. And we really fumbled the bag on that. So it ain't no guarantee we're gonna have another undefeated season. I mean, an undefeated season. So I feel like we're gonna slip a game somewhere in there.
So here's my question. I'm gonna ask you this quickly, DP, because I know you do shows. Do you think what you're saying right now is a normal thing amongst the blue bloods of college? Or do you think it's just a hurricane thing that's tied to Coach Cristobal? Meaning we're going to slip a game somewhere. Like when you think of the blue bloods, do you think, I'll just say the blue bloods, in my opinion, right? The top guys right now, the Ohio States, the Alabamas. I don't know about Clemson right now, but I'm saying the Georgias. Do you think when they start the season off, they're like, we're going to slip a game?
I was about to say, well, I don't think no team think like that. No team go out there thinking like that. But one of the teams you just said in your list, Ohio State, is a perfect example. They could have went undefeated. No, scratch that. Oregon could have went undefeated this year. They had damn near undefeated all the way into the second time they had to play Ohio State.
Mm-hmm.
And feel me, draw the bag. Like, it's just so hard to go undefeated.
It is hard. And that's why I tell people, even as great as Alabama was under Nick Saban, they only went undefeated 2 times in his 13-year tenure. 2 times, right? So it seems like it's easy. Now, they may have been undefeated. They may have been undefeated, and then they lost in that championship game or something like that to whatever. But to go undefeated, it is not an easy task by no stretch. My problem is I think we are better than them. And I had this argument with a friend of mine, and I'll just say this and I'll move on. There's a difference between what we should go and what we will go. Do people understand? We should go 12-0 based on looking at our schedule.
Definitely.
We should have some hard games in there. I think Notre Dame would be a doozy, but I think we pull it out in the rock. Florida could be, it's a rivalry game, but I think we should pull it out. I think even the Florida State will be better than 2-10 last year. As much as I don't like them, I don't think they're going to repeat 2-10, bro. I don't care how much money Mike Norvell give back. But what you should go, in my opinion, is different than what you will go. You know what I'm saying? And so I say all that to say, we should go 12-0, but that's why I said I'm going to stick with it. But we will go. I think we will drop a game, and I hate to say it, maybe even 2, just like we did Georgia Tech, Syracuse this year. I think we dropped both of those games. They didn't just beat us. They didn't beat us. We dropped those games. Like what? We lost to Georgia Tech by a point, 2 points, something like that.
Any game we lost roughly by a point or 2.
Yeah.
The last couple of seasons.
Yeah. So that's how I look at it. But I don't know, man. Who else I got on the line? 8251 coming to you. Give me 1 second, bro.
But, man, I don't know, man. I do not want to lose to no damn Gators, coach.
Oh, God.
Don't want to lose to no Gators.
Oh, my God, bro.
What I will say, the statement game, we gotta jump out with Notre Dame with a bang. Cause we lose that game, the phone line gonna be hot, coach. You ain't gonna be able to pick it up. It's gonna be burning on fire.
Bro, they gonna be heated, dog. When I say
that's the world over.
Listen,
we can win the rest of the games from that point on, but they gonna be stuck on that game if we lose that game, especially in the packed house too.
Oh God, it's gonna be stizzank up in there. Listen, I told them already. If we don't lose on the field, we're gonna win in the parking lot. I don't care. Hey, we may not win on the field, but we're gonna win in the parking lot. Y'all, hey, them boys got
Notre Dame lipping Irish.
Let me tell you this, boy. They're gonna be talking about shiver me timbers, Lucky Charms. Listen, hey, them Hurricanes got hard knuckles. Listen, let me tell you something, bro. The airport ain't close to the stadium, dog. So I just tell you like this. You better get in your Uber and tell them to drop you off in Tamarack. Because, boy, if you're anywhere in the Tri-County area, you might catch a beat down. That's all I can tell you.
Well, it depends on 3 things, man. O-line, Carson Beck, and the defense, dog. And 3 things to depend on. Is the O-line going to stay consistent and continue that upward trajectory? Is Carson Beck going to be the Carson Beck he was in 2023? And if this defense can, do something better than they did last year. Because last year, I almost had a heart attack, seizure, all that put together.
Can I say this?
A new disability messing with the Canes last year.
Can I say this? After that breakdown, sometimes I'll watch my show again, especially breakdown shows, because I'm not in it. And sometimes I'll say stuff I don't remember saying, and when you're doing breakdown. And I sat back and watched it. I'm not afraid of Carson Beck. When I looked at a lot of Carson Beck, no, but I'm saying, when I say afraid of Carson Beck, I don't have fear. There are a lot of people that have fear because, again, perception becomes reality. When people look at Carson Beck and say he threw 12 interceptions last year, that is a fact. However, to Studio One's point where I was telling him, how did he throw them? I'm looking at batted balls. I'm looking at tip balls. I'm looking at a dude blocking. He got hit and the ball went in the air. I'm saying all this to say those things can very well happen for Miami. But I'm not afraid that Carson Beck will fail us. Will he make mistakes? 100%. Will he throw a bad ball? 10,000%. Will he mess up something? 100,000%. But he doesn't. I'm not afraid of him because guess what? Cam Ward threw bad balls. Cam Ward threw interceptions in critical moment. Cam Ward. I didn't have a fear, right? Unlike Tyler Van Dyke, I had some fears like when we went out there. I just think Carson Beck has to clean up some stuff and he'll be all right with Shannon Dawson.
What I will say too about Carson Beck, because I watch a lot of college football. I don't just watch the Canes. I watch a lot of players. And I watched Georgia last season, the 2023 season. Okay. And I was trying to see, was he the type of quarterback benefiting from a loaded roster, or could he take a situation in his own hands? And there was some games in that 2023 season where if they didn't have a quarterback that could put that ball in his hands and put it on his shoulders, they would have lost it. Carson Beck stepped up to the plate, I want to say 3 different occasions. Him and Brock Bryers and the other wide receiver they had. There was plenty of time where them boys stepped up to the occasion, mainly Carson Beck. If they had him and they had a Stetson Bennett where he depended on talent, they would have lost. So I can't give him that credit.
And I'll say this real quick before I push on, but I'll say this. Should they have clearly won the Georgia Tech game? Yes. But he still found a way to persevere and win it. Think about it. The guy has lost 3 games in 2 years of starting.
That's what I'm saying. And the SEC.
Yeah, 3 games in 2 years of starting. And one of them was it Texas? They lost to Texas. Was it Bama was one who was ranked? I believe they were high. I don't know if they were ranked. But however,
I know they lost to Bama.
3 games in 2 years of starting. I'm not really tripping.
I think because 2 of them probably was against Bama.
Let me see here. I'll tell you right now.
Because they just lost against Bama last year, and they probably lost against them another time also. Because they didn't lose. He ain't lose against Texas nor Florida.
Right. Okay, so he lost. I'll say this. I got to push. All right, let me see. Well, they lost in the Sugar Bowl. Oh, that was Georgia. No. Yeah. No, that was 2025. That was Sugar Bowl. Okay. Yeah, and they lost in that game. Isn't that the game he got hurt? Notre Dame?
Yeah, that's the game he got hurt.
Yeah.
No. He got hurt in the Texas game.
The Texas game. That's right. Sure did. Okay, here we go.
SEC championship game, yeah.
They still won that game against Texas. They won against, I'm trying to see where they lost. They lost
Alabama.
They lost to Ole Miss.
Okay, bet. Bama, Ole Miss.
They lost to Bama by 6 points. They lost to Ole Miss by 18 points. That was last year. And then the year before that, they lost to I want to see where they lost. Let me see who they lost to. They nope. They beat them. Nope. They lost to Bama. He lost to Bama twice and Ole Miss once. Yep.
That's crazy. So he's on the kryptonite seem like Alabama.
I mean, come on, dog. It is what it is. And he probably didn't lose to Ole Miss because of offense.
Yeah.
Just call it a spade a spade. I mean, he lost to Ole Miss. They only scored 10 points. So, and I'd say the Ole Miss defense wasn't bad last year. People only think offense because of Lane Kiffin, but they only put up 10 points.
Yeah, Lane Kiffin stacked a lot of transfers in that defense last year. He got some good bodies.
Here it is. Carson Beck was 20 for 31, 186 yards and 1 interception. He didn't throw any touchdowns, right? In rushing, they were 12 carries for 47 yards. They just looked like they were in a slump that game, apparently. But anyway, man, let me push on, man, to grab these next callers and make it happen. DP, let the people know where they can find you, man.
Come show me love at Darryl Page Talking Sports with DP, man. Come like, share, and subscribe. Appreciate it for the love, Coach Hayes.
My love, man. Keep your pants up.
Yeah, most definitely. We ain't going out like that.
Not like Willie Long. All right, DP. All right, man. 8251 been super patient. Call or talk to us. Give us your name, where you calling from. 8251 going one.
It's Rodney from Tampa.
Rodney, what's up with the arm sleeves? Yes.
Yes, sir. How you doing tonight?
Good, man. A long time no hear, man. I got a pretty good memory, bro. What's going on, man?
You do.
Yes.
Not much. Just sitting there. Been cooking chili for the last 6 hours. Got it on a low simmer.
Man, that's a real low simmer. 6 hours. I could have drove to Atlanta.
Oh yeah. Well, Coach, I think we're going 10-2 this year.
All right, what's your 2 losses you got in your mind?
I think Notre Dame's going to be the first one.
Okay.
Hate to say it, and I know what we did to them last time we played them, but I don't know. It's the defense that I don't know about.
That's fair. I think that's a fair statement.
And Notre Dame has a pretty good defense, so we'll see. We'll see on that one.
Okay.
I think I'm a little afraid of the too early buys, and that long stretch down the road. We got to pray that injuries are a minimum, and the team's just up for it.
Valid points though. Valid point, Rodney. Valid points. I say injury always plays it, and you got that 7-game stretch with no bye, just to get over nicks and dings, right? Not real injuries, but just soreness and body tiredness. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and the depth. Do we have enough in the spots? But I'll be fine with 10-2 this season, honestly. And as much as people want to bash Mario, I think we have the right coach. Like I said before, from Miami, went to Miami, loves Miami, wants nothing more to see this program, be at the top again. So
here's my question, Rodney. Let me ask you a quick question. Okay, you said Notre Dame. Who do you think the other one is? You think it comes after the 2 buys?
Yeah, I mean, somebody brought up earlier, or maybe it was you, about the revenge game for Syracuse, when you're talking about Syracuse.
I hate Syracuse. I'm hot.
I hear you. But for Louisville, this is going to be a revenge game too. And if Miami does beat Notre Dame and they win the other games and they're undefeated going down the stretch, they're going to have a huge target on their back.
Okay.
And that's going to be everyone's big game. So, and going back to Miami hasn't been able to get over the hump, including last season when they easily could have made the playoffs and did some noise. They found a way to somehow lose. So, I don't know. I think 10-2. I mean, I'd be really, really happy with 11-1. That would probably definitely take us to the playoffs. But I'm okay with 10-2. I think at least 10-2. I'd be even okay with 9-3, depending on how the losses were and who they were too.
So here's what I'll tell you. Okay, let me ask you: are you good at 10-2 like we were this year, 10-2, and go sit on the couch? Because what does 10-2 mean for you? Because the numbers are great, Rodney. Like the numbers are great, but we're asking. My thing is this: I'm asking, what is the substance of the numbers? 10-2 is great on the surface, but what did it get you, right? Versus 8-4, I still made it to the conference championship or whatever, or 10-2, and I'm sitting on the couch. I'd rather be 8-4 or 9-3, and in the conference championship, then 10-2 or 11-1, and not in the. You get where I'm going? I mean, it kind of goes hand in hand, but we just saw what could happen.
Yeah, I got you. I think it really depends on the first game. I could see them going 11-1 or 12-0 if they handle Notre Dame.
Okay.
I would say the other win they would definitely have to get would be SMU. I mean, they would have to beat them. They're probably favored over us to go back to the ACC championship. I don't know, man. See, I'm looking at that. You got at Virginia Tech and at Pittsburgh. Dude, I mean, I'm just seeing cold weather. Like, you know what I mean? Like, man, there's so many things.
And I just feel like this. I hate to say this, bro, but 2 conference losses could be detrimental. Like, that's the problem. It's not 2 losses. It's 2 conference losses. If we lost to Florida, lost to Notre Dame, I hate it. I despise, but I'm okay. But we can't lose to VTech late, and you can't lose to like North Carolina State late, like we did this year. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah. Oh, man, I don't know.
We got a tough 7 game
If I had to bet everything, I would say 10-2.
Okay.
I'd say 10-2. Man, I'm looking at the games right now. I'm looking at TV. I'm looking at your screen. I'm just like, and when's the last time we played Stanford and beat them?
Man, if we don't
That's even one of those games.
Man, I don't care.
I think past that, like, you know how many times Wisconsin is another team that killed me. We played them 3 years in a row, and they beat us every time.
Yeah,
I mean,
Stanford ain't the same Stanford when you're dealing with NIL now. You're dealing with all that other stuff that got to go along with it. Bro, I could look at Stanford right now, and I know I'm big on saying, hey, coach, don't look at Stanford when you look at records in the past. Brother, Stanford, I'm going last year backwards. 3-9, 3-9, 3-9, 3-9, 4-2, 4-8. Since 2019, brother, if we lose to them this year, bro, I'm gonna lose my ish, dog. 3-9, 3-9, 3-9, 3-9, 4-2, 4-8. Man, shoot. Nah, I'm good.
So are you even a little worried about the cold weather?
No.
Especially Pittsburgh.
Nah, because in November it's not that cold. I mean, it's cold, but it ain't crazy. It ain't crazy like people think. Yeah, Florida kid, but it's not that cold. Like in November, December, early of Pittsburgh, it's not bad. I mean, it's what it is, dog. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, I played in it. I grew up in upstate New York, so we definitely played in snow. But,
yeah, but you think it's going to snow in November?
We'll see. I mean, I think. I don't know. You know, back growing up when I was a kid, usually the first snowfall was around Halloween.
So I'm looking
trick or treating.
I'm looking here right now. The average temperatures in Pittsburgh is the highest 53, the lowest 35. So there'll probably be day games. And then the high in December, which we're going to say November, December, because it's in the, right on November 29th, is 43 and 28. So it'll probably, 50, let's say 40 degrees for argument's sake. That's cold, but that ain't tripping. Like, you know what I mean? That ain't
not too bad.
That's not crazy. I mean, that's cold, but that ain't, it ain't. And it's going to probably be a day game. So, it's one of those things where the temperature is cold, but the sun is shining. So you still get that, Yeah.
So you said at worst 11-1. So the one loss would be against Notre Dame?
No, I have right here. I have 3 maybes. Like the 3 50-50 games is Louisville, SMU, Syracuse. Those are the games that scare me.
Okay.
I even said Notre Dame. Like I said, even if we lost to Notre Dame, I won't like it. I count it as a win. I count it all 12 wins. but I don't think they affect us postseason. Notre Dame doesn't affect us postseason. Louisville's SMU Syracuse scares me. Those games affect us postseason play.
Yeah.
And like I said, the reason I gave us a win for Notre Dame, because like I told you, we're going to win on the field, or we're going to win in the parking lot, but we're going to win, baby. We're going to win.
I love it.
I love it, man. But I appreciate it, man. But talk to me real quick. Finish it. I got a couple calls.
Syracuse lost a lot of offensive players, though, right? I know they just lost the receiver that Miami was going for, but they lost a couple players, right?
Yeah, they got a quarterback coming in and so forth. Like I said, they got other pieces, man. But I think Fran Brown has done a good job bringing guys in, recruiting. You know, the players want to play for him and that kind of stuff. I think he gets the players get him. So it's not as bad as it seems, but yeah, we'll see.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. All right, brother. It was nice talking to you.
Yeah, man. Yeah, hope all is well, man.
You have a good night.
You too, brother. You too. All right, we got 2172 on the line at 3949. I'm going to 2172. Caller, talk to us. Give us your name. Where you calling from?
Hey, Nick calling from Georgia. How you doing, Coach?
Nick from Georgia. What's up, Nick? How you doing, man?
I'm all right. I was just calling to say I think got them undefeated. Honestly, I don't think nobody on the schedule got as much talent as Miami. Maybe it's Notre Dame. And I think the Carson Bench thing, I think everybody on his back. But I'm like, the numbers he did at Georgia with a horrible line and no receivers is tremendous, for one. So, and I think Cristobal is on the right track also.
Okay.
Looking at the trajectory where he's going.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't see no reason why they shouldn't go undefeated. I would be surprised if they don't go undefeated. Notre Dame don't beat them. Nobody else will beat them. And I think Miami defense will be way better than people think. He made all the right acquisitions in the offseason. I think Miami loaded, even though you don't know nobody coming back on offense except Fletcher, Lofton. But Miami loaded with the receivers loaded, the tight end loaded, the running back loaded. You got an A1 line and a veteran quarterback. I just don't get how everybody think Miami going to regress. I just don't see that. The only team I see like that may got a chance is Notre Dame. If Notre Dame don't beat them, nobody should beat them. I think this year Miami make the playoffs. I literally do. I think this year they go 11-1, 12-0, and get in the playoffs.
Well,
they got everything they need.
I said 4 years now. So I said 4 years for Cristobal. We should be there. This is year 4. Let's see if I'm right or wrong. I think there is one question offensively. I think you're right about the O-line. I think you're right about the running back room. You know, I think the tight end room is fine as well. But in the quarterback room, you got a veteran. I think the receivers potentially, they got all the potential in the world. The problem is we have not seen it yet. We haven't seen true production from Ray, true production from JoJo Trader, true production from Chance, true production from all of these players we're looking at. We haven't seen them being the man. So one of them is going to have to pop out of that group and become the, and I hate making these comparisons, but just so people can understand what I'm saying, who's going to be the next Mr. Reliable? Who's going to be the next Mr. Winchester? Who's going to be the next Xavier Restrepo in essence? Not saying copying the style, but who's Mr. Reliable? Who, when the quarterback in trouble, who is he turned to? And right now, that is undetermined.
Nah, that I will agree. I think the only difference this year, though, is that Miami actually have a defense this year. As much as I love Cam Ward didn't have a defense. And I think the run game will be so heavy. I think Carson Beck won't put up the same numbers Cam Ward did, but he'll have an easier job than Cam Ward because he got a defense that can actually get a stop this year. And he got a ground game he can rely on. And I think Carson Beck will have the best numbers he had in his career this year. That just mind-boggling to me. Everybody think Carson Beck is overrated. I'm like, did you see the receivers Georgia had last year? Did you see the line? And they still went to the SEC championship? If he can win in the SEC, no disrespect to the ACC, but you're not going to tell me he can't put up numbers in the ACC and he went 24-3 in the toughest conference with no receivers and pretty much a horrible line and a banged-up runner, a banged-up backfield. Now he's at Miami where he got probably one of the best lines in the country, speed everywhere, size everywhere, a monster line, and a coordinator like Dawson. I think this year If Miami don't get to the playoffs this year, now I think that's when Cristobal on the hot seat. Because this year is actually better than last year. You got everything you need.
Wow.
You're gonna got the right defense coordinator, made all the right, everything. So I think this year, I totally agree with you on that.
All right, well, we're gonna find out, man. We're gonna really find out, like I said, because the defense.
Though, coach.
All right, well, the defense, like I said, is unknown right now. We picked up some good pieces, but we don't know. And y'all know me. I love to go to the spring game and try to gauge. Unfortunately, I couldn't go to the spring game. We weren't allowed to go to the spring game, maybe because I'm not a golden hurricane or whatever they call them, But it is what it is. But so I don't have anything. I really don't have. I'm really going off of true fandom right now. I have to be honest. When I come, I don't have any data, any visual, anything to say, hey, let me see how they look. Because I refuse as a fan and as a person who pays and do things that I should have to look through Twitter clips to try to check on my team. I refuse, dog. I'm not doing that. Like, I'm not. I know I'm petty, but I paid $34 for popcorn and a beer, dog. I shouldn't have to look through Twitter clips to see Malachi Tony and Ray Joseph score a touchdown, bro. I shouldn't have to do that.
I agree.
Yeah.
Fact.
Yeah. So anyway, man, let me push on, man, and keep rocking, man.
Yes, sir. Blessing.
Yes, sir. Much love. All right, good call right there. I'm gonna take this next call here from 3949. If you're gonna plan on calling in, please do so. 862-799-9956. We already had a 2-hour mark. Had a good time. We rocking and rolling. So if you want to call in when I end this call, I will lock the lines right there and take the number down. So if you plan on calling, please do so. If not, that's fine as well. But also go ahead and hit the like, share, and subscribe button as it's. Come on, man, I'm giving it to you free, man. Just take your phone and turn it like this and hit the button and turn it back. You good. 3949. Call or talk to us. Give us your name. Where you calling from?
Sid, call from downtown LA.
Yes, sir. Sid, my Texas man. Yes, sir.
You may as well go and lock my number in, coach.
Man, I be having a whole lot for the members, man, because that's why I know who to skip the line.
I gotta be a member then. I gotta be a member, coach.
Turn your phone sideways and press join.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna do that then.
All right.
I'm gonna do that then. But
no,
I
just
want to talk about Miami, man.
Yeah, because you came here yesterday talking that foolish. Matter of fact, let me slap your face. Go ahead, man. Came here talking about Texas.
I DM'd you and I sent you the coaches that left during June. So you can look at that tonight when you get a chance.
DM me where? DM me where? On Twitter?
On Instagram. On the coaches who left during June.
Hold on, I'm the worst at Instagram. I only be on Instagram for one thing. I mean, two things, if you know what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying?
I got you.
Okay, I'm gonna check it out right now while we're talking.
Let's talk about Miami. I feel like, man, I feel like y'all got no confidence in y'all team, man. It's year 4 for Cristobal. If you compare Cristobal to Steve Sarkisian, man, it's the same close. Steve took over the program with Brett Covers at Texas. Miami has all the talent in the world in South Florida, and you guys can't find a quarterback in South Florida to lead you guys. You guys have to go through the transfer portal 2 years in a row. Something wrong, coach. Something wrong. Mm-hmm. Something wrong with the development of Miami of the players, and I think it's a lack of recruiting. I really do. It makes no sense for Cristobal to go in the transfer portal 2 years in a row to find a quarterback, and you at Miami. Come on, bro. Something wrong. Something wrong. And he should be on the hot seat. So I think Cristobal has underperformed at Miami. There's no way in hell that you guys should be in the predicament you guys are in. You guys should be easily 12-0 every year, but you guys are like, I see a loss right here. I might see a loss versus Notre Dame. Come on, man. Really?
Listen, but bro, can I tell you?
The Texas schedule.
No,
when I look at the Texas schedule, I'm telling everybody, I put everybody on notice. Who's coming in second place this year? Because I lined up at Texas from Arch Manning all the way down to Colin Simmons. I start DN. Our receivers, our running backs. But when we look at Miami, when I listen to y'all guys' fan base, you guys are struggling to find wins. It seems like, or you guys see losses. I don't see no losses on Texas schedule. From what I see, y'all fan base, I see a loss right here, or maybe. Like, come on, really? You guys are Miami.
Yeah,
you guys
but
are Miami. You guys have the best talent, pretty much in the United States, in South Florida, and y'all barely can find. You can't even find a quarterback in your own state. It's something wrong.
Okay. Here's what I'll tell you. To your point, I hear you. However, when you look at our track record, before I talk about Texas, I'll talk about ourselves first. When Mario Cristobal got the job and Manny Diaz and Mark Rick and everybody prior, we did that same thing. People talk about they got PTSD and all this. I don't believe in that PTSD. But now that I've given Coach Cristobal enough time to create a pattern, see, I believe in, I'm a math guy, so I believe in patterns and angles and so forth and so on. He has not broken his pattern yet, right? So therefore, like I told you, his very first year, I didn't have a prediction. Let me just see what the guy gonna build. 5-7. Okay, that's my baseline. I went to the thing, 7-5. Okay, I called 10-2 last year. I went up to 11-1 because of Dane Martinez, but whatever. This year, I didn't go to the spring game, but I'm now being a fan, and I'm saying 12-0. But I'm also putting a caveat in there to say, look, I can see us dropping the game because his history says that's what he does. Because he has done it year in and year out, right? That's his pattern. So for my Texas brother here, you're doing this now because y'all good. Sark has rejuvenated y'all. But I don't think you was like this when Charlie Strong was there. You weren't like that.
Oh, I was. Hold on. No. Listen.
Well, then I mean,
my boy from Dallas Carter on there from Cameron Hampton. He's a linebacker at Texas.
Okay, great.
Look him up.
That's great.
I was a big Charlie Strong guy. And Charlie wasn't a fit for Texas. The only reason Texas hired Charlie Strong because of Kevin Sutherland at A&M. That's the only reason Charlie got the job at Texas. I was a Charlie guy. I was a Mac Brown guy. I was a Pete before Mac Pete Murphy's guy, the old head coach. I can go down the line because I always been a Texas fan. I always loved Miami from afar because of Jesse Olmstead. They got Derrick Jones, a couple guys from Carter went to Miami and did their thing.
I get it.
But again, it seemed like the swagger of Miami has left. It's again, you guys have the best talent in the United States. You guys are struggling to find a quarterback. I think the last person who came and started that was in Miami was Jacoby Jones, number 12, the quarterback you guys had probably when Jacory Harris.
Jacory Harris, from Northwestern.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. But again, where's the development at? I saw flashes of him when he was with Randy Shannon. I thought he was great. But again, where's the development at? There's no development at Miami.
So here's what I'm gonna tell you. All that you're saying is fair, but we're in a new era now. There's no development anywhere for the most part. Here's what I'll tell y'all though. Let me go back to this Texas right quick. I'm looking at y'all stuff. Mac Brown was killing it for y'all. He did a great job.
Oh, big time. Yeah.
Yeah, till 2009. After that, y'all hadn't won 10 games till Tom Herman's second year. After that, you ain't won double digits until Steve Sarkisian's third year. So from 2000, hold on, excuse me. So from 2009 till 2023, you thought that y'all was going to be 12-0 consistently? No, because look how many years, 2009 to 2023, 5-7, 8-5, 9-4, 8-5, 6-7, 5-7, 5-7, 7-6, the 1 year 10-4, 8-5, 7-3, 5-7, 8-5, and then Sark has hit that damn that speed burst, and he 12-2, 13-3. So till recently, I get y'all on the high horse, but y'all were running the same.
Can I rebuttal? Can I get
as soon as I finish. As soon as I finish. Okay. What I'm telling you is, I hear what you're saying, and it sounds good, but you can't tell me when Mac Brown and let me see, 13-3 in 2009, in 2010, okay, high horse because he was just 13-1. Then he went 8-5, 9-4, and then 8-5. Y'all got pissed. He had to go. Y'all brought Charlie Strong in 6-7. Y'all made an excuse. Oh, it's his first year. Then he went 5-7. What y'all thought he was gonna go 12-0? Then the next year, well, his second year in, he went 5-7. Got rid of him. Brought Tom Herman in because he brought some grills because what he did at Houston. I get it. He went 7-6. Then he hit 10-4. Y'all got excited. 8-5, 7-3. Got rid of him. See, what I'm saying is, you can tell me what you tell me because y'all up on the mountaintop right now, but you can't tell me dog, said that every year that you was in there rubbing your hands, like, yeah, we 12-0. Man, please, you can say that for somebody else. But anyway, now you can rebut that, brother.
Okay. Now let's go back to the recruiting classes all those years.
Mm-hmm.
Top 3, top 5 in every year in recruiting. Of course, I was looking at was going 10-2, 11-1, 12-0. That's the standard.
Mm-hmm.
I don't care what college team I room for. The standard is the standard of Texas. Coming from the Mac Brown era to Charlie Strong to Tom Herman. No, the standard is the standard. We have the best talent in the state of Texas. Once you put the iron curtains around Texas and nobody leaves, it's a wrap for everybody. It's just like Miami. If you guys put the fence around the city of Miami, you guys should win a championship every other year. There's no reason that we're looking at Los talent in South Florida, and you say South Florida has the best talent, in which I kind of disagree. I say DFW has the best talent compared to Miami.
Oh God!
I'm just saying.
Okay, I'm listening.
Hey, you guys, hold on. You guys are looking at SMU as a loss again. Now SMU is doing their thing because they're recruiting in Dallas. So trust me, the ponies are back, and they have a lot of money behind Texas and A&M.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just saying. But again, going back to my point with Texas, yes, I was looking at them as winning the Big 12 and winning the championship versus Alabama, Auburn, or them teams like that in the SEC.
Mm-hmm.
But if you look at the recruiting class, those years we was top 5, top 2, top 1 every year. Look at it. You can go to Rivals.com and look at it right now. Look at it. We was in the top 5, top 3, number 1 recruiting class. Of course, I'm like, yeah, we're gonna win the championship this year, or a couple years down the line.
Mm-hmm. I'm listening.
I don't see. I didn't see Miami in the top 5 in recruiting those down years you guys had. It was a whole bunch of hype coming. It was a whole bunch of hype coming from Miami.
Okay.
Like a Luke record, Y'all saying pop that thing, but y'all won't really pop nothing down there. I'm just saying.
You're right. I mean, what you're saying. See, like I think what a lot of people think because they know I'm a Miami fan. Like I'm finna sit up here. They be like, "No, you're wrong. No, you're right. No, we were terrible, bro. Our administration sucked." See, I'm not fanned out. I don't like when people come on here because the light orange and green, and I got the U clock going, and y'all think I'm really like be tripping. No, I'll be the first one to tell you, dog. Like, no, dog, we was tripping. Our administration was trash. They did nothing to help the university. They did nothing to put us on top. We were behind when it came to facilities, when it came to everything else, because all those people thought that because you had a U, first of all, they didn't care. They didn't care. Miami, it was Miami football and the University of Miami. Same campus, 2 different entities. That's it. So what you're saying, I have no dispute for. But for Texas, it's a little bit different. Y'all care. Y'all just couldn't find the right head coach. So that's the difference. And we weren't. I'm sorry, but we weren't willing to pay. Yeah, but we weren't willing to pay. But we weren't willing to pay coaches. But here's the thing. It's so funny how Charlie Strong was terrible at Texas, but phenomenal at Louisville that had probably a quarter of the resources they had at Texas.
It wasn't a good match at Texas.
It may not have been a good match. But was he terrible?
It wasn't a good match because he couldn't do what he really wanted to do because he got to reach.
Say it again.
Texas, everybody got their hands at Texas football. You got these billionaires in Texas.
Come on.
Got their hands and they got their hands in it. So hiring Charlie Strong, like, oh no, we're gonna kind of control him. Can't do that. No, we don't want you to do that. You can't bring this guy. No. So somebody who's gonna take over this program and do what they need to do to make the program successful.
Brent Austin, the kicker, will cost of a couple games.
Hold on, I'm sorry. Shout out to Skinny 305 999. Thank you, Brent Austin. That's the name. I said Auburn. Brent Austin the kicker will cost us a couple of games. Oh my God, please don't say that. We need another. They ain't got no more Borealis out there. Where's Mama doing? She's slipping, man. Go ahead and make us a baby Borealis. But appreciate that, Skinny 305. But here's what I'll tell you. So it's funny. You said Charlie Strong was terrible, but then you said everybody else was the reason why he wasn't good. See, y'all got to be careful what y'all say. Y'all blame the coach for losing, but you just said all he being is
I'm not blaming the coach. I'm blaming the regions.
But you said he was terrible. You said Charlie Strong was terrible. You said Charlie Strong was terrible.
Okay, let me rephrase that.
Appreciate it. Uh-huh.
Let me rephrase it. He wasn't terrible. It wasn't a good fit because it's the politics in Texas football. It's a totally different entity when you're at the University of Texas versus the University of Miami. It's totally different. Everybody in Texas want their hands in the pot at Texas. Everybody wants to control the head coach, tell you what you can do, what you can't do. Even Mac Brown said that. The reason Nick Saban didn't take the job at Texas because he knew that everybody had their hands in at the state at Texas. All these billionaires in Texas, everybody want a piece of Texas football, and kind of control the head coach and what they want them to do.
Mm-hmm. I agree with you. I just want people to understand that I hear you.
Charlie's a great coach. I love Charlie. I was a big proponent of hiring a black head coach, and that's another reason I was calling too. Mm-hmm. Where are the black head coaches at these Power 5 conferences? We need more black head coaches. I see that if we, how can I phrase this? They hire the same old coaches. Mm-hmm. Lane Kiffin got 3 jobs, 4 or 5 different jobs in a year. What, 6 years? And it was easy for him to get a job. But when a black head coach tried to get a job, he's run through the hoops. And he got the hoop line, this and this and this. There's so many qualified black head coaches that should be head coaches at these universities.
I agree. I'll use somebody else different than Lane Kiffin. Because people know I like Lane Kiffin, and Lane Kiffin technically hasn't done anything from a scandal perspective, to be kind of black.
No. At USC,
what did he do?
Scandal at USC.
No, he didn't. What did he do?
Again, it didn't reach the media, but it was scandals in LA what he was doing. You know.
Well, I mean, if he didn't, did he get sanctioned for? I mean, bro, at this point, it is what it is. I mean. What I'm saying is, did he get penalized for it?
I think it was more of just out and about in LA doing things that he shouldn't be doing, around LA. I'm just gonna leave it at that.
Okay. But so here it is. I'll say this: he ain't guilty of it because it ain't what you call it, right? But that's neither here nor there. But we do know some coaches that did get caught, like Bobby Petrino. See, if you use those names, I'm cool. Bobby Petrino lying about the girl on the bike, right? How about Houston? Was it not Houston Nut? What's my man name?
Houston Nut.
Is it Nut? That's it. No, that Houston Nut.
Houston Nut.
No, Freeze. Hugh Freeze. Hugh Freeze.
Oh yeah.
Using the school credit card at the strip club. You talk about getting jobs. Not only he gets fired, he goes to the Christian university called Liberty, then gets a job at Auburn.
Correct.
So those guys, I don't mind. I get where you're coming from, but I would rather use those guys that have been guilty and they have been penalized, right? But guess what? Mel Tucker won't get another job ever.
No, won't ever. And that's sad to say.
Kevin Sumlin won't get another job.
He didn't have a schedule because he quit Tennessee at midnight and left Tennessee.
Why?
Then he quit.
Why?
Tell me why.
Because he wanted to.
Tell me why he quit Tennessee in the middle of the night.
He went to his dream job, USC, because he was lied to by USC, right, about the sanctions and all that stuff, and he left to go to USC. He did no different. He did no different than Nick Saban did to the Miami Dolphins when he went to Alabama.
Okay.
No, I'm saying so. People always, but I was the same way, bro. I had this perception. Remember, I talked about perception becomes reality. I had this perception about Lane Kiffin. Then I started digging into it. You know, the only thing Lane Kiffin has ever been sanctioned for?
What is that?
He was on a radio show and he mentioned a recruit's name. And you're not supposed to do that. That's the most he's ever been sanctioned for. You know, hey, how you doing, man? I'm on Coach Hayes radio. Yeah, man, I was over there and I seen Sarah from LA, and he shouldn't have done that. He could have just said a player from LA. That's the only thing. That's the only thing he, other than that, he just rubs people the wrong way. But other than that, he hasn't done anything, you know, that I can see. He'll troll the hell out you. But think about it. Everywhere he's going, he's been fired. He never left but Tennessee. And he did leave FAU. And if anybody blames him for leaving FAU for Ole Miss, then you just, I mean, come on, dog. You nitpicking, bro. Like, come on. Like, what do we think about it? He's been at Ole Miss, what, 6 years now? 5 years?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, we get Lane Kiffin. All he gonna do is leave. Go where? Where is he gonna go? NFL track is done. USC is done. Where's he gonna go?
So here's a question to you. I'm just gonna pose to Miami fans. Would you, if Cristobal
Lane Kiffin
do what he's supposed to do?
Lane Kiffin.
No. I want to pose this to the Miami fans and you. If Mario Cristobal don't do what he's supposed to do at Miami, would you guys hire Ed Reed or what's the one, Ray Lewis as your guys' head coach?
Ray Lewis, the next head coach at Miami, if it's not Lane Kiffin. Mark it. 6/4/2025, 11:43 p.m.
I love it. I think Ray is a great motivator. You know, I think with the right recruiting tools around him, he can bring Miami and Miami back to the top.
All that sounds good. Guess what? I can get Les Brown to motivate me. I need somebody gonna win some football game. But man, let me go ahead and get on to E. Brown in the building. I'm gonna close this deal out, man.
All right.
Much love, brother.
I appreciate it, Coach.
Yes, sir. All right. I had to let my man stew back there a little bit. I see my man E. Brown back there. I know he boiling. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, women and men of all ages, put your hands together for the illustrious the loquacious, the bloviating, the first person to ever put on a football cleat and try on a football helmet, E. Brown. What's up, my brother?
Coach, I am furious, man. I am furious listening to this guy from Texas. Listen, man.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Hold on, E. Brown. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I meant to do this, and I'm going to put this out here. I'm sorry for cutting you off, but I got to say that I hope he's still listening. We had a show, because I want you to just ramble, but I'm sorry to cut you off. I don't want to leave. We had a show, and I was telling him that coaches don't leave in July. He DMs me like he said in the show, and he said, Coach, I sent you 2 coaches that left. Mark Hudspeth and Scott Frost. Well said. Listen carefully. All it takes is a little Google search, dog. Mark Hudspeth left, and so did Scott Frost. But Scott Frost was rehired as the head football coach at UCF in December of 2024, replacing Gus Malzahn. This is his second stint with the Knights. Okay, that debunks that part of him leaving in June. Mark Hudspeth, listen to this carefully. On July 3rd, 2020, Hudspeth resigned, initially saying he was doing so to spend more time with his family. A public records request, however, found that Hudspeth had been suspended by Austin Peay at the time of his resignation for his recent unacceptable conduct and for violating terms of his contract involving egregious personal conduct and conduct that is clearly contrary to the character and responsibilities of the position. However, I said coaches don't leave jobs unless they do something from a scandal standpoint. Scott Frost left and was hired in December, and this guy said he resigned to spend more time with his family, but they came to find out they actually got fired. So again, coaches just don't up and leave in June and July. So sorry to debunk that said. Much love to you, but I had to put that out there. I'm sorry I missed it. But anyway, go ahead, Ebron. I apologize. I'm sorry.
Well, I'm glad you finished with your bloviating, vacillating, pontificating statement, because we knew from last night that you were right.
Thank
you. You worked in the position, so you know what you're talking about. I don't want to listen to that guy, but I gotta come from you from an alpha standpoint right now. The alpha standpoint is that you hurt my feelings last night by saying that I had something against you, and I got too much respect for you to do some emotional bull crap like that by not calling you. You know what I'm saying? So I know Cuban Kane he's gonna probably text in and saying that, hey, I'm with Ralph Trezant and I'm sounding kind of beta right now.
Mr. Sensitivity.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, Mr. Sensitivity. That's what he's gonna call me. But you know what? I gotta tell you, the caller from Texas, man, I was seething, I was hot. Because I hate it when someone who doesn't know Miami Hurricane history tries to tell us about Miami Hurricane history.
Mm-hmm.
In the history of the University of Miami, we've only had 2 quarterbacks from the state of Florida that played for this team, for the football team.
That's why I didn't even answer, but go ahead. Mm-hmm.
That was Craig Erickson, who played for the University of Miami. He was from Palm Beach County.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, he mentioned the kid
Ja'Cory Harris.
Ja'Cory. He mentioned Ja'Cory.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody else came from California, came from Chicago. They were all from all over, and we brought the talent in their quarterback to the University of Miami football team.
Mm-hmm.
Then he goes on to try to tell you debunked him with that Texas stuff when you rattled off those losing years that they were having at Texas.
Mm-hmm.
You debunked his argument there with that Texas bull crap as well, because when the University of Miami was kicking their butts, and he may be too young to remember that stuff, but listen, I could listen, just tell some history about the University of Miami. Mm-hmm. But there are 16 black head coaches in the Power 5 NCAA football. And number 1 is the guy who we got to start the year off with. The guy who beat us
Marcus
last
Freeman?
year in Syracuse.
Mm-hmm. Fran Brown.
The guy who beat Notre Dame last year from the small school, the MAC school.
From Northern Illinois. Mm-hmm.
Northern Illinois.
Mm-hmm.
We got the guy, the head coach at Maryland. You got
Mike
the
Loxley.
head coach at Michigan.
Jerome Moore.
And let's not forget who we talk about all the time. We got Deion Sanders in Colorado.
Coach
we got
Prime.
the other coach in Colorado State. So again,
forgot UCLA.
In UCLA, you got the guy there in UCLA as well,
Foster,
who's a head coach.
Mm-hmm.
And let's not forget about James Franklin at Penn State.
There you go.
So when you come on and you make statements, when you're bloviating and you're bloviating out of your you're bloviating out of your
out of your blowhole.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, exactly. You got to know what you're talking about when you come on and you start talking to an audience, because you got a huge audience out there. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
When you got a huge audience out there. When you got a huge audience out there, you can't come on and make statements about things and you don't know what the hell you're talking about. I hate the curse. I don't want YouTube to define you or penalize you.
Don't worry about it. I'll just slap your face, but go ahead.
But this is crazy. But that's crazy. But getting back to the topic of talking about wins and losses for the University of Miami, I'm with you. I expect us to win each and every one of the games that we play this year. Will we have an game? There's a possibility. There's a possibility that everybody will probably have an game on their schedule this year.
Mm-hmm.
Because he was talking about developing quarterbacks. like you said, you debunked that statement. There is no more development in NCAA football, people. There's no more development now.
No more.
It's all in the transfer portal now. If you are a good player, you will be in the transfer portal for 2 or 3 days, and then the rest of those scrubs are going to be there forever. Okay? They're going to be there forever. So you have to go into the scrub hub, or you have to go into the so-called elite transfer for portal players. Try to extract what you can out of there and build your football team. If you're unable to do that, then you will not be successful in NCAA football. If you're able to do what Mario Cristobal is doing, Cuban Game, which is to go into the transfer portal, extract the talent out of there, have a competitive team, put that competitive team on the field where you and I and coach and everybody will feel good about representing this youth.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? If you try to do high school recruiting and you think you're going to build a powerhouse football team with high school recruiting only, you are out of your mind. You're not going to do it. Ask Dabo. Okay? It's not going to happen.
Yeah.
You got to go into the transfer portal. You got to utilize your financial resources to build your football team in order for that team to be competitive. That's the bottom line. No, there's no more getting a talented player and developing that player to become a Heisman Trophy.
Right.
Not happening.
Well, it's part of the conversation we had last night, right, Ebron, in regards to you basically looking at these smaller schools or maybe some other school. And I'll say this, when I say smaller schools, we're thinking of the lower level, right? Like the Eastern Illinois, the FAU, FIU, that kind of stuff, right? But then you're also looking at some schools that may be Power 4, but they're not as prominent. And so they get their players plucked. And it kind of becomes a farm system, right? Or a G League in essence. And you get guys kind of get pulled up because how the big boys are looking at it now, why do I need to spend time developing a 17, 18-year-old, right? Right?
Right.
Here's another thing. Also, I don't take the risk of that 18-year-old going out there doing something stupid, being on the news, messing up my program. By the time I get them, they should be a little bit more adult, a little bit more mature.
Right.
So let somebody else suffer all that foolishness. Let them get all of the newness of college out of them. Let them grow up on somebody else's watch. And when I get them, they're a fine, well-oiled tool machine. And then I get all the credit. So when you go to the NFL, it says E. Brown, right? And then the college underneath it says first college ever, university. And that right there is what they're looking for. They're not looking, because it's not going to say the school you transferred from. It's going to say the last school you attended. You know what I'm saying? And yours is Moses College. Yeah.
Right. Now Cristoforo Santino just said,
said right.
So Miami didn't contribute to Cam Ward's development. Listen, Cam Ward was already Cam Ward when he came to University of Miami.
Yeah.
The reason Cam Ward's exceedingly Heisman Trophy type quarterback abilities took place and transpired because he was surrounded by talent. He was surrounded by talent. That's why he exceeded the Cam Ward talent that was on display when he was at Washington State. I think it was at Washington State or somewhere.
Yeah.
When he got to the University of Miami, he had an offensive line, he had running backs, he had wide receivers, he had talent surrounding him that helped him balloon up and get to that plateau where he became the Heisman Trophy winner. It wasn't development, young man. He was already developed. He already had the talent.
Right. So here's what
Everybody saw the talent.
Right. So here's what I say about development. Did Miami enhance his skill set? Probably so. But from a development takes time and year. You don't do that from January to August. I mean, till December.
Thank you.
Development and then fine tuning is two different things. If you had an opportunity to listen to, and I've said this before about the NFL, if you have an opportunity to go listen to Deion Sanders and Asante Samuel's interview, there was a section. Deion Sanders said, the NFL don't teach you nothing. You better come there with it. And I said that. The NFL does not coach you. They fine-tune you. They're not there to develop you. Now, you may form relationships. That's why you see players come and go, come and go, come and go. You see players that are phenomenal in high school, phenomenal in college, and spend 2 years in the NFL, and they be disappeared. They're enterprise rental car, right? Because they're not there. I'm telling you, Deion Sanders and Asante Samuel said the same thing. They are not there. They're not coaching you. They're teaching you installs. Go watch practices. How much coaching do you see going on? Yeah, the quarterback coach will say, hey, look here, this is what we'll. That's fine tuning. How many times you ever seen a coach talking about make sure your hips are locked, throw your thrust through you got to run through your torso, right? Your trunk. No, they're talking. Make sure you put that ball here. This is where it is. Make sure the safety's over there. They're talking you through the plays. So to your point, and I'm not saying you don't learn when you go to the NFL, but development and learning is two different things. Development and learning is two different things. So to your point, Ebron, yes, you're right. But to his point, did Miami teach him something? Sure, they did. He didn't come here, know everything he knows, and he's gone. Shannon Dawson taught, like he said, I learned how to set my protections. If you want to consider that development, that's not really development. Development is how you throw the ball, the timing of it, understanding the route concepts and combinations. No, yeah, that's a little different to your point. And that's what colleges are getting away from. These major colleges don't want to deal with an 18-year-old freshman coming late to meetings and all that foolishness, and mama still crying about playing time. 2, they don't want to have to deal with the 18-year-old talking about I want a bag, and you ain't done nothing yet. 3, they don't want to have to deal with something stupid you do off the field because you're immature and you got a bunch of money in your pocket at 18 when you ain't have 2 nickels to rub together. So you go mess up somebody else's program. You get on the news on somebody else's program, and if you make it through that gauntlet, then we'll take you over here and keep you for a year or 2 and get out our hair. Sorry.
Well, kids now. The kids now who are succeeding in the transfer portal, going to different football teams and becoming high draft picks. Mm-hmm. Those are the kids who have gone through that series of growth that you're talking about. Mm-hmm. Because when they get to their junior, senior year, and they have aspirations to become an NFL player, they realize that, hey, this is the real world. I got to get it in gear. I got to get somewhere where I'm going to get a better opportunity to go play football to make a lot of money. Mm-hmm. And that's where we're at now. Mm-hmm. So, and the head coaches who are head coaches at these Power 5, football team, they mm-hmm. don't have time to go out and recruit, develop, wait until the talent appears, and then sooner or later we're going to win 1 or 2 seasons, and then I got to go through that whole process again. Mm-hmm. So they got to stay in tune with what smaller school is developing players that I'm going to need to keep my winning ways going. Mm-hmm. Because see, if you look at the landscape, you see a lot of teams who were before the NIL started, who were paying players money and doing all the illegal stuff. They're beginning to come down. They're becoming. It's becoming everybody's on the same level, so to speak. Say on the same level. But when you have teams like Ohio State and Georgia right now, those are the 2 preeminent and prominent teams in NCAA right now. Those are the teams where these kids are seeing, well, hey, I get an opportunity to go to Georgia or Ohio State, and then I could go into the NFL. But Miami is slowly doing that. Miami put a plethora of players into the NFL this year. That's where you're going to see. That's why you see these players migrating to Miami now, and that's when you have guys like the guy from Texas who called him with that nonsense.
He just called back. He on the line right now. Sid on the line right now.
Yeah, he you need to bring him on here going. He has absolutely no idea about the University of Miami history.
All right, I'm gonna bring him on. I'm gonna let y'all box it out. But can I do one thing? Can I do one thing, E. Brown, before y'all? I let you go get some apple juice or some applesauce. I know you gotta take your medicine. I'm gonna bring him on.
I don't put that soft stuff in my mouth, man. I told you.
It's like eating peaches.
I don't put soft.
Well, hold on, E. Brown. This is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna let y'all two hash it out. But I gotta take care of him first, because he tried me. And Coach love to go to the kitchen. So, and I love to cook. Especially I love steak. I'll cut Bevo up in a minute, boy, make a full steak out of old Bevo. Isn't that his name? Bevo? It don't matter. I call him Steako. Steakums. Hold on one second, E. Brown. Hold on. Let me bring him back. Oh, Sid.
Oh, man. As a Kappa man, this is to Alpha man. Man, it's just
I don't know who an alpha man. I'm an alpha man, but I ain't no alpha man. Okay. Let me say this to you. Sid. So you sent me that DM. I meant to say this to you.
No. Go ahead.
I'm saying, did you hear my rebuttal?
Yeah, I got you. Yeah.
Okay.
It was facts. I'm not gonna dispute that.
I'll just say that, man. You gotta leave that AI alone, dog, to get you jacked up, boy. You better do some real research, man. I just want to let you know. I want to let you know.
I appreciate it. I appreciate it.
Listen, man. I don't just do this, man. I do this, man. Listen, I ain't got no problem taking nobody. I just put Jerome in the box, right? But we talked about it off air. He good. He's satisfied. Then you came on here, Coach, I DM'd you, let you know about the two coaches. I said, hold up, let me check this out live. I'm like, hold up, Scott Frost ain't going nowhere in June or July. I ain't never heard of Mark Hudspeth, but just a little Google search let me know the man got fired. And what was my thing? You don't hear coaches go nowhere unless what?
A scandal.
And that was a scandal. But anyway,
that was a scandal.
I'm going to let you and E. Brown do this. In the orange corner, we got my man Sid all the way from LA by way of Texas. I'm going to put him in the orange corner because he about to get burnt orange, if you understand me. And in the green corner, because his name E. Brown Money Green. Ding, mother loving ding. Y'all clap it up for the two.
What's going on, man?
So
that's beta right there, E. Brown. Hey, Sid, what's going on? No, you're supposed to get straight to it.
Brian, I got two rebuttals real fast. So on the black coaches, I'm saying this. I just want more black coaches. That's all I'm saying.
Poll on the coach.
I know we got 16. I know we have 16 head black coaches in Division I football. I just feel like it should be more. That's all I'm saying. For as Miami football, I was at the Texas Miami game in 1991 at the Cotton Bowl. I'm an 80s baby. So I love Miami football.
Were you there? Were you there, Fed?
I was there. I was there when the guy from Miami knocked out the Texas player on the first play, and I love it. You set. That's how you set the tone in the football game. When your special teams come down and knock out the Texas player and put him out the game, that's how you set the tone. And that's what Miami did: set the tone and beat the crap out of Texas that day.
Yeah. See, the thing about it is that. See, I didn't know you had a little, had a little age on you there. I said I didn't know that. And the next thing I want to say is that, throughout the history, you heard my soliloquy. I mean, throughout the history of the University of Miami, we haven't had any quarterbacks from the state of Florida that quarterbacked our team and took our team to a national championship level play since Craig Erickson back in the late 80s. Mm-hmm. So we've always gone outside when I say we, University of Miami is always going outside of the state of Florida to get certain positional talent. Quarterback is one, and we visit the state of California for many years since when the tall kid, what's his name, Coach Dorsey. When Dorsey came in, we started to venture out into California and looking at California for quarterbacks. And then when Randy got here, Randy took it back, and we found Jacory here in Florida, and we started that thing all over again. But then we ventured back out into California again and started extracting quarterbacks from California to come over out here to play football. So that's when you have success at doing something in the beginning, you keep doing it until it's time to try some other strategies. So right now, the strategy is to transfer force. You look at the talent. You made the comment that Mario something's going on in Miami where we got to go into the transfer portal to get a quarterback. Of course, but also Ohio State did it last year.
Will Howard.
Yeah, Will Howard. The Syracuse, who beat us last year, did it. They Georgia Tech did it. All of those teams that beat the University of Miami, all those teams that played fairly well last year, if you look at it, they all brought in quarterbacks from other programs to take their football team to that next level. University, for instance, Notre Dame did it.
What about Alabama? Did Alabama do it? Did Georgia do it?
God.
No,
well,
they didn't do it. And if we look at Texas right now, this is a quick rebuttal. I apologize for cutting you off.
No, go ahead.
But with Texas front end, they had Queen.
I think we're bored. I think we're bored Coach to death. I mean, he's falling all asleep, and he's got wrinkles on his forehead and stuff.
Can I tell you this? You asked for this, man. Hold on, you asked for this, man, E. Brown, and you come in here. Hey, buddy, how you doing?
Well, listen, man. Hey,
you from the crib, E. Brown. You got to go straight to his neck. You don't listen. You don't play when people challenge you, and you came up here talking about you see, E. Brown. You got on here. I'm furious. How you let a guy from Texas talk about Miami football, and as soon as you get on here, hey, buddy, how you doing? Remember I told y'all last night about the round table?
Wait, Coach.
No.
You know what? You know why I did that, Coach? You know why I did that?
Put us to sleep.
I hear a hidden University of Miami fan. I know a hidden University of Miami fan, and I hear one.
So my thing is, go for the juggler.
This guy Cedric.
You got to
Cedric is a hidden University of Miami fan.
You got to.
He just don't want to say it.
You got to go for his neck and make him say it. You got to say.
The question.
Watch this. Hey, say it. Well, I'm gonna show you how you go. Say it. You want to be a Miami Hurricane fan? Tell the truth.
To be honest,
yes.
No. Hold on. Say it. I'm gonna show you how you go at the end.
Okay.
Say it. Do you want to be a Miami Hurricane fan?
Come on, man. I can't do that to UT, man. I like Miami from afar.
I'm gonna ask you a question. You can't be a part. You can't be a part-time lover, brother. Do you want to be a Miami Hurricane fan and join the team?
No, I can't do that.
We can't holler at you. Listen, well, do me a favor. Can you throw the U up for us?
I can't do that. I got the horns up right now.
Okay.
Downtown LA.
So you could come
at the cigar lounge at that. I'm at the cigar lounge.
Tell them boys I say what's up. Go get you a University of Miami cigar and smoke that one. Hold up, but I'm not finished. I'm going at his neck. Listen, let the doctor. Watch this. Said, I'm going to ask you again, my brother. You call in to the Hurricane show. You say you're a Miami Hurricane fan from afar.
No, I said I admire the program from afar. I always admire the program. Okay. You can admire something from afar and not we don't
look at it. But
I ain't jumped on the bandwagon, nothing like that.
I know, but we don't play them games here. Either you all in or you all out. You understand me? You know, called into the show twice tonight. You called last night. Let me tell you something, man. If you're gonna be a Cane fan, I need you to go ahead and throw that U up and just repeat after me. Say I. Say, come on, say I. Come on.
I can't do it, Coach. Hey, I'm telling you, at the state of Texas, we say the pledge to the state flag first. Then we say United States pledge. Never in a million years can I pledge myself to the University of Miami.
Well, I can't help you.
I was in the University of Texas.
Guess what?
Always.
Guess what? Do me a favor. Take that cigar, you light it, and you puff it as hard as hell, and get the hell off this show.
Coach.
Slap his face.
If anybody can go back historically and talk about the University of Miami Texas game in 1991, and he could call out a specific play, that man is a University of Miami fan.
I know he is.
Hey,
Don't let him fool you.
I'm a Texas fan.
Don't let him fool you.
I'm a Texas fan, but I was admired because a couple of my guys from high school went to the University of Miami. Did their thing. So I was like Miami.
That's how you got to do.
I'll just say this. But dog.
Nice potential University of Miami.
No, ain't no potential. But here's the funny thing. He really feels. See, the funny thing when teams win, they get real boastful and they like to talk. But here's the thing: they technically ain't won nothing.
When Texas was 5-7, I was boastful.
No.
We was 8-3, 7-5 them down years. I was still boastful. I got friends that play for Oklahoma.
It don't matter.
Oklahoma State.
And we got friends that
I call them 0U.
We got friends that play for Florida State and friends that play for Florida. It don't matter. Nobody care about them, right? Here's what I'm gonna tell you. Brother.
Mm-hmm.
You could do all that Texas, whatever, but believe us or not, Texas is just like, actually, they worse than Miami. We had a good run. Texas, y'all had the year with Vince Young, and y'all ain't done nothing since. Y'all just part-time lovers. Right. So now that y'all
agree.
Right. Listen, y'all but listen, y'all did just what we did this year. Y'all look good. But y'all was on the couch with us.
We were, but
we
made the playoffs.
And
we made the playoffs, right?
It's like kissing your cousin.
We made the playoffs, right?
Were you on the couch in January?
Yeah, we was on the couch.
Okay, and so were we.
We both was on the couch.
That's it, and so were we. And so were we. What I'm trying to tell you is, if you ain't at the dance, then you ain't at the dance. That's all I'm trying to tell you.
Touché.
This is what I'm saying right now. Texas putting everybody on notice. Who's coming in second place? That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, but you doing just what we doing. Since yesterday. You doing just what we doing. We always projecting what's gonna happen. Tell us what did happen. You know what y'all did?
Our best quarterback was the backup quarterback.
That's your fault. I mean, the coach don't know what he's doing. If you as a fan can say your best quarterback was the backup, that means your coach don't know what he's doing. So here's what I'm gonna tell you, sir. Here's what I'm gonna tell you. Y'all did just what we did. You know what y'all did? Your coach stood at the door, and my coach stood at the door. The players were in a perfect line. You know what he told them?
What did he say?
Helmets to the left, shoulder pads to the right. Keep your jockstrap and mouthpiece. I see y'all next spring. That's exactly what happened. All that yapping and what games you want, it don't mean nothing. Nothing. At the end of the day, we both in the same place, sitting there on the couch with our feet up, chilling, watching the doggone what? Natty.
Yeah.
So all that talking about who coming in second place, that's a good sound bite. You can put that on a t-shirt. But until it happened, guess what? Y'all just some dudes running around in white tights with burnt orange numbers.
Hey, that's gonna win the national championship. We're gonna set the tone with Ohio State's first game. So you guys will see.
Hey, don't forget, they're walking around with a cow on their helmet.
Hey, Bevo always been good to us.
You know,
Bevo always tastes good to me.
Over, man. You gotta come on over, man. You gotta come over to that world. That international trademark, that U, boy, that U is internationally known. It's internationally known now. Come on,
Texas ain't had nothing, boy. Come on, man.
You know, I mean, hey, y'all gave us Earl Campbell. I agree. I give you that.
How many national championships does Texas have?
We have three. We got three. We got 6. So we got 63, 69, and 2005.
63.
63, and then you got 69 when what's the
man? You talking about 63? E. Brown was making. Bro, hold up, bro. E. Brown. Listen, E. Brown was making peanut butter and jelly sandwiches for Harriet Tubman, man. Bro, what is you talking about, man? Get that crap out of here, man.
I'm just saying.
E. Brown, man, come get your cousin 63. E. Brown, E. Brown taught. Listen,
I left was in 2005 with the USC.
Listen,
so nobody
listen, E. Brown was literally making hush.
I'm about to go take a bath with a candle in the back.
Listen, hey, E. Brown was literally making hush puppies, dog, at that time for Harriet Tubman, dog. You got to stop this. 63 and 69, y'all worse than Georgia.
Man, somebody give me a bathtub. No, give me a wash tub. Somebody give me a wash tub and a candle.
Hey, man. That's one thing you guys have over the University of Texas. You guys have more national championships. I can't
more recent. Bro, all that money y'all got.
2005. 2005.
No, we're talking about over time. We had 01. Y'all got 05. Yes, you're right. But that's why I said we're the same program, but we're a little bit better because we got more natties. But from that time, from 2000 till now, we're pretty much the same program. We won one in 01. Y'all won one in 05. Hell, at least we went back in 02, but and lost it though. But at least we went back.
So
yeah, well, we lost it. I ain't gonna say we got, because guess what? Winners don't cry. You understand? All I'm gonna tell you is, with all that money,
I would see a lot of Miami fans crying about that. So,
bro, with all that money y'all got at Texas, all this oil money,
I know.
Y'all raising the price of gas. Y'all can't even buy a natty, dog.
You can't.
You winning them over, coach. You hear that bass. You hear that bass going out that voice a little bit. Go ahead, coach.
It's too many chefs in the kitchen. That's all it is at Texas.
And that's what you want to be a part of. That what you want to be a part of?
Yeah. We've always been a part of. You know, when you're a Texan, yeah.
Why not root for Texas Tech? Hell, at least when y'all had Mike Leach and Crabtree, y'all look real good. Root for Texas A&M. Root for somebody.
They played against Roger Staubach in 1963, bro.
Hey, now when you talk about the NFL, it's a totally different thing.
You know what I'm saying?
Bro, I'd rather you go be an SMU fan. Why don't you be that? They right there in Dallas.
You know, the ponies, the Owls, you know, the ponies always been decent, you know.
No, that's not what I asked you.
They coming back.
Be a fan of those.
I can't be a ponies fan. No.
They from Dallas? You said DFW, Dallas Fort Worth, right? DFW, Dallas Fort Worth. Right there. Ain't the ponies right there in Dallas Fort Worth? You can't get no better than that.
You can't get no better than that. But now they're doing well because they're recruiting in Dallas. When they recruit Dallas, they're gonna be in Miami Hills.
Well, I sure wish Texas would recruit Dallas because y'all ain't won nothing. Y'all trash.
Texas is recruiting Dallas. What are you talking about? They recruit everywhere. They recruit everywhere. We got the number one recruit class last year.
And y'all was on the couch with us. Okay, we good. I got you. See how you go out their neck, E. Brown? You don't come in there with that soft beta talk. You go straight for their throat, dog. You ever seen a lion? Hold on, excuse me. Let me ask you a question. You ever seen a lion in the Serengeti? You ever seen a lion in the Serengeti? Have you ever seen a lion in the jungle? When he chased the gazelle, he don't ask him how his day was. Hey, are you full? He goes straight for his throat, right? You ain't got time to play with your food, E. Brown. You got to go straight at it, man.
What she said ain't no gazelle. She said it's a hyena. See the hyena? You're a hyena.
And have you ever seen
a hyena? You got the hyena and the lion going at each other. You know, when you got two hyenas going at each other, at the lion will put his tail between his legs.
No, sir, he won't. I know a clip right now. Mustafa, they call him Mustafa. They call him the hyena killer. He breaking backs out there. Get up out of here. You come in here with this, right? Coach, I'm furious. I'm not having it. And then as soon as he get on, a good chip lollipop, it said on the phone tonight. Hi, sir. You said Miami didn't have, man, please. E. Brown, you talk about beta. Man, that sounds like Zeta, Phi Beta.
No, bro. That's gamma, man. That's gamma. I ain't gamma now.
I don't know what that means. I'm just talking. All I'm saying at the end of the day, you gotta listen, you gotta go after their neck, bro. When they talk about our canes, you don't give them no break. Straight for the jugular, dog. Do you know that a lion is not taught to go for the neck? It's innate within them. You think the daddy lion say, "Hey, baby, you know when you fight and for go to the gazelle, go to his neck." He born with that instinct. You gotta have that, man. What you talking about?
Well, I mean, hey, listen, listen. It was sort of like friendly fire because when he started to talk, I kind of suspected that he was a University of Miami Hurricane fan, but he's gonna stay. He's gonna stand pat to try to root for a team with a cow on his helmet.
See,
come on.
And you fall for the Trojan horse, E. Brown. You don't want to let the Trojan horse in because you're like, oh look, they gave us gifts, and for you know it, you done went in there and went to sleep. They done came out the back of the horse and killed up everybody because you so nice. Now we don't want no gifts over here. Keep your horse.
Hey, I don't want to talk about the present. Hey, Mario Cristobal is on the clock. 4 years at Miami. If you can't get it done, get him out of there.
Sarkisian on the clock. 3 years at Texas. He's going into his 4th year, and he ain't got it done.
Hey, look at the records. Look at the records from Clark. 5-7.
Records mean nothing. They the same. Mario 5-7, 7-5. Y'all won 12. We won 10. What's your point? I told you we the same team.
The same. It's not, sir. We won 12. Y'all won 10. How's it the same?
Sir, were you on the couch?
Again, how is it the same when you guys won 10 and we won 12?
I'm telling you how it's the same. Were you on the couch?
Yeah, we were on the couch.
Okay. Can I ask you a question? I got $98. You got $100. Is either one of us millionaires? No.
I got $100.
It don't matter.
You don't have $100.
Guess what we did? Guess what we are?
You got $98.
Guess what we are? We still in the same damn boat. You talk that trash you want.
No, hey, with 98 and $100, y'all ain't in no boat. Y'all in the ark.
We ain't even in the ark. We floating on a piece of wood.
Noah. Y'all boys with Noah, man. What you talking about?
What you mean? We on the USS? Hey, we on the USS Minnow with Gilligan. I'm just saying, bro. All that sound good. See, that's why I tell people records. See, when people say numbers don't lie, that's a lie. Numbers do mean because numbers have meanings, right? 10-2. People are like, oh, I want to be 10-2, 10-2. Good, but what is good at being 10-2 if I'm in the equipment room putting my helmet up versus being 8-4 and I'm still playing?
Well, I mean, 10-2 only looks good when you're an old man driving a car with both hands on the steering wheel. You're 10-2. Okay?
Man, go to sleep, Ebron. That's hilarious. 10-2 on the steering wheel. I like that. That's fun.
This is my only question. Are you guys going to win that championship this year? That's all I'm saying.
No. Are you guys going to win one? Are you going to win one?
Oh, we're going to win it this year. It's a guarantee. Just like Jimmy Johnson said, hey, we're going to beat the Niners back in 1993. We're going to win that.
Who said that? Hold on. Who said that? The University of Miami coach?
The national championship.
The University of Miami coach said that?
Yeah, Jimmy was the guy. Yeah, Jimmy was the man in Dallas.
I just want to make sure you understand what you're saying.
Yeah, of course.
Hey, Texas and Miami. The Natty Trophy is made of gold nowadays. Texas, you can come see it for free on November 15th.
There it is. November 15th.
Texas will win a national championship this year and next year with Arch Manning.
This year and next year?
Wow.
This year and next year.
Said I just thought you were bloviating and vacillating, but now you're a little delirious.
Trojan horse. No, see what he did to you, E. Brown? He looked E. Brown. Hold on, this is a teachable moment. See what he did?
With the
hold
talent?
Did you see what he hold on, E. Brown, hold on. I'm gonna teach him something and you can have it. I'm gonna teach him something, you can have it. Did you see what he did to you, E. Brown? He lulled you to sleep, you put your guard down, then look what he did. He came right across your face and slapped you like this. And said, guess what? This year, next year, we're going to win the Natty. You like, what? Threw you off. See? That's why you don't give them a chance, dog. You go for their throat. But go ahead. I'm sorry.
Yeah, he did that. He did that to me, Coach. He pulled a pit bull move on me. That's a pit bull move. And what you gotta. You know what? I don't even have a remedy for it right now. I don't have a remedy for it. I want to say that the national championship will come through to you this year, But my only reservation and hesitation for saying no, that's not going to happen, is that we got to compete with that team up in Ohio. That's the only thing.
Man, can I say this?
One of our backyard players on their team. That's the only thing.
No, sir. Can I say this? Can I say this, Sid?
That's for Miami fans saying that.
No, but here we are, Sid.
Again,
can I?
No way in hell. I'm a Texas fan. Worrying about Ohio State. I'm not worried about Oklahoma, Alabama, Auburn. We run the SEC. We run the SEC. When Texas got in the SEC, I put everybody on notice. I called Paul Feinbaum show and told him, hey, Texas run the SEC. I'm telling everybody now, Texas run the United States because everything comes through the state of Texas to win the national championship.
Sir, can I say this?
Year.
Can I say this?
We calling it today.
I love this. Bro, if y'all, I don't know what y'all ranking of schedule ranking is. Bro, y'all got to be within the top 3. Y'all got Ohio. Listen, Ohio State
hasn't won anything since being sober bottle with popping cork bottle with popping cork bottle with popping cork.
Oh, God dang, that's tough work right there, Reggie, for the $2. Reggie, for the $2, appreciate it. Reggie also said, hey, Texas and Miami, the Natty Trophy is made of gold nowadays. Texas can come see it for free November 15th. And then Big Tiger, shout out to $2, man. Appreciate you, Big Tiger. I'm going to call you here in a second, dog. I know you say you got a nice shift. I'm trying to get off here, but I got these bloviating, pontificating, and vacillating guests on the line. But here's what I'm going to say to you. Bro, look at y'all's schedule. Y'all start off with Ohio State. Fair.
Win. W.
Okay, fine.
And we're going to win by 10.
Fine.
We're going to win by 10. Write it down right now. We're going to win by 10 in
Sir,
Ohio
take
State.
a picture.
We're going to win it.
I don't care.
We're going to win it. We're going to dominate them. We're going to show you how you play football.
Good.
We're going to dominate them.
Good.
And we're going to plant the flag on the 50-yard line and set them all up.
All right, great.
That's what we're going to do, coach.
Then y'all got San Jose State. UTEP.
That's another W.
Of course.
Another W.
UTEP.
Another W.
Sam Houston.
Another W.
Y'all play Florida.
Another W.
Yeah, Oklahoma.
Another W.
Kentucky.
Another W.
Mississippi State.
Another W.
Vanderbilt.
Another W.
Then y'all play Georgia.
Another W.
Arkansas.
Another W.
And then Texas A&M. The only 3 games
Another W.
The only
where we gonna lose at, coach? You tell me where we gonna lose at.
I might say Georgia.
We play a schedule that's given to us.
Listen, I might say
We
Georgia.
don't play a schedule that's given to us.
All right, I got
Don't complain about the schedule. Don't complain about the schedule.
All right, you right.
We can only play the schedule that's given to us, and we're gonna run the table on everybody.
All right.
I'm telling you now, coach.
What do you call Colt members that start with a T? Like I got Colorado Colt, Cane Crazies. What can I call? Oh, Longhorn Lunatics. Perfect. This is a perfect name for y'all. Y'all Longhorn Lunatics, dog. And here's a perfect example. The record you
We're
have.
gonna run the table.
Excuse me.
We're gonna run it up. We're gonna run the numbers up. That's what we're gonna do, coach. We're gonna run the numbers up on everybody.
Listen, I hear you. And if y'all don't, this is a perfect. If y'all don't win a natty, this is a perfect example that y'all just like us right now. Y'all got the best, easiest schedule. Y'all got 3 teams that could be difficult. I didn't say y'all gonna lose. I'm just saying difficult. Ohio State, Georgia, and maybe Texas A&M. I'm just saying those.
I'm not worried about Georgia.
No, listen, I didn't ask you that.
We're gonna smash
Stop,
Georgia by
lunatic,
by
lunatic,
17.
lunatic. Listen. Y'all gotta listen. Y'all so quick to say, I ain't worried. I said y'all weren't gonna lose. I just said those are. Is it fair to say those are 3 maybe the toughest teams y'all play? Is that fair?
I'm not even gonna say that.
Okay.
The toughest team we're gonna say is Oklahoma, our rivalry. That's
Okay.
it.
You right.
Outside of that, we're gonna run the table.
Okay. No
And,
problem.
and Oklahoma don't even have a quarterback.
You right. And I said
right
I
now.
never
I'm
brought
not
up
worried about Oklahoma.
I never brought up Oklahoma. But to your point, here's what I'll tell you, brother. If y'all don't win it with this schedule, this easy, and I'm not knocking you for your schedule. I'm just letting you know it's easy.
The schedule's the schedule, coach. You can't blame the schedule on us.
Sir,
the schedule's the schedule.
Sir, if you listen to me, see, if you're not listening to respond, listen. I just said I'm not blaming y'all. And the first thing you said is, how you going to blame us? I'm not blaming you. I'm making you aware that I know you have an easy schedule, right? So if y'all don't win, I'm not blaming y'all. It's the same thing I said last year. We had an easy schedule and we didn't take advantage of it. I'm telling you right now, brother, if y'all don't win a natty this year, then I don't know what to tell you. because this right here is cake.
This is what I'm telling you right now. Next 2 years, write it down.
I don't need
30
to.
and 0.
It's on tape.
30 and 0. Arch Manning ain't losing the game at the University of Texas. Write it down right now.
Sir, do you have a beard?
Yeah, I got a beard.
Is it long or is it just kind of like
It's like yours. It ain't long.
All right. You have eyebrows? Why y'all laughing?
I got eyebrows, coach.
All right. You said 30 and 0. Y'all not gonna lose in 2 years. This is a 2-year bet. I play the long game. Can I bet? Can I bet your right eyebrow?
Okay.
That y'all want that you said 30 and 0. That means
30 and 0.
That means that you guys will have to reach 30 games. If you go 29 and 1 is over. 30 and 0. That means undefeated 2 years straight to the natty. All 15 games, both years.
Yep. I guarantee that, coach.
Okay. Bet your right eyebrow.
Guarantee.
Excuse me. I already got my man. Shout out to my man Tiger. Shout out to Tiger in the building. Tiger already lost his left eyebrow. I'm gonna get your right eyebrow. I don't know what my thing is about eyebrows. But in 2027, God willing, the year of our Lord, I'll be here. Maybe I'll have a little bit more gray hair, but guess what you won't have? A right eyebrow. I promise you that. And here's here's the best part.
2 years, as Arch Manning as the starting quarterback in the University of Texas,
beat Uga's backup QB.
We will not lose the game.
Okay, but here's the best part.
That's a guarantee.
Here's the best part. I may not even have to wait 2 years because let's just say you happen to lose to Ohio State August 30th. I need that eyebrow August 31st. I'm just telling you.
I'm telling you, we're gonna beat Oklahoma. We're gonna beat Ohio State by 10 in Ohio State and plant the flag on the 50-yard line.
That's fine, sir. That's fine.
That's
but
what we're gonna do to
that's
them.
fine. That's fine.
I'm telling you what we're gonna do, coach.
That's fine.
We're gonna run the ball down their damn throat. We're gonna throw the ball. We're gonna win the game by 10 points, coach.
Sir,
I'm telling you right now.
Sir, listen. You can
Texas is afraid to play Ohio
you can have
State on
whoever
prime
come.
time.
I'm just telling you that what I'm expecting through this bet that if you happen to lose on August 30th against Ohio State, I'm expecting my eyebrow. I need to put it in my collection on August 31st live.
Okay.
I just want to make sure. Yeah.
Live.
Yeah. I need you to catch it in a little bag like this, a Ziploc, and then mail it to me because I got a collection of eyebrow in my little souvenir package. Anyway, let me give some love right here. Reggie for the $2. Texas couldn't beat UGA's backup quarterback. Ooh, Tiger. Texas is afraid to play Ohio State on prime time. Ooh, they're getting dirty out here.
Oh, we not. Hey, why we gonna move our schedule for somebody? No, we're gonna play the game with how it's scheduled. No, we're gonna play it right then and there. We gotta move no game.
Can I tell you?
Nobody.
Can I tell you?
Texas.
I know. Can I tell you something?
We run everything, man. Let me tell everybody in the chat that's saying all this Texas stuff. We run the United States. The championship goes through the state of Texas with the University of Texas. We're going 30-0 for the next 2 years.
Longhorn Lunatics.
Point blank.
I love it. I'm finna make shirts. Longhorn Lunatics. You can buy them right here. Coach A's football.
Make it. Yeah. I love it. We're trading about that to make some money off of it.
Mm-hmm.
I go half on it with you.
E. Brown, would you like to bet him the left
Sark's
eyebrow?
wife WHO is a sister is going to pop her balloon after November 15th.
Well, I'm not into collecting eyebrows. You know, I'm not into collecting eyebrows or anything like that. But I do question what is in his cranium.
Sir, don't do
because
that. Don't waste your time with that.
When you when you make a statement like that, you got to question what's in his cranium. I mean, is he suffering from a concussion?
Well, why do you ask? Why do you even care? It doesn't matter. He's not a Miami fan. See, that's that beta talk. You care too much, bro. You go after their head.
Well, no.
You make them shave an eyebrow
Well, no,
and leave them on the side of the road.
Well, no, I don't want to. You know, when someone has an injury, sustained an injury, you have to be mindful that they are not in their right state of mind.
Not me.
And
I'm getting that eyebrow. Listen,
my man said now he can't be suffering from a concussion because said has he's very aware of the successful tenure of the University of Miami. He knows the University of Miami history very well, so he's not suffering from any cranium defects.
Bro,
what he's suffering from right now, Coach, is he's rooting for a team with a steer on his helmet, and he's calling them. They call them Texas Longhorns, but what they really are is Texas Steers. And then we got to listen to this guy talk about a 12-2 team that won 12 games for the first time in about 15 years.
Correct.
But he's talking as if they have been 12-2 for the last 10 years. They're right there with us, Coach. So what do we call him? The man is delirious, man.
Here's what I'll say, and I got to go after this, man. I'm already at 3.5 hours.
He's DD, boy.
We shout out to Wholesome.
Delirious and delusional.
We're doing the Wholesome time. E. Brown, apparently you have won the poll when it comes to the debate. I don't know how, but anyway, here's what I'll say. Sid.
Double D. Think about this. A double D, man. Double D's. He's delusional and delirious.
When I think of double D's, I ain't thinking of that. Come on, man.
Right. I think.
Come on, Ebra. See,
I got your attention, though.
Anyway, man. Here's what I'm gonna say to you, guys. Here's what I'm gonna say.
He's delusional and delirious. I'm sorry, Coach.
No, you're fine, brother. Here's what I'm gonna say. And I got to get out of here. People ask me, what's the affinity with the eyebrows? Well, I used to do money, and I said to myself, I don't want to take anything out of anybody's pocket because they're delusional.
That is some Michael Jackson freak stuff.
No, it's not. Because hear what I'm telling you. No, it's not. It's narcissistic, though. I'm gonna tell you why. Because I could take $100 out of Sid's pocket on this bet and put it in mine. But hear me out.
Yeah. If you want to go there, right?
That's fine, but I don't. You know why? Because nobody. No, but hold on, guys. Hold on.
I'm a man.
Hold on, man.
Eyebrows touching each other right now?
No, they're not touching each other. Here's what I'm gonna tell you.
I'm looking at the TV. Your eyebrows are touching.
No, I ain't got no Anthony Davis. Listen, bro. What I'm trying to tell you is the reason I started doing that is I don't want to take money out your pocket first, because I don't know what your situation. But second, if I do take money out your pocket, nobody
I
ever.
swear your eyebrows are touching.
God damn it, E. Brown. The second thing is.
I swear they're touching. I'm looking at your TV.
Sir, you need a new TV. All right. The second thing I'm saying to you about your eyebrow is every time you walk out the house, somebody gonna say, "What the hell happened to your eyebrow?" And you gotta say, "Coach Hayes did this to me." So for the next month and a half, 2 months, you got every day you walk out or you go to work or your wife look at you, even when y'all doing the mattress mumbo, she looking at your eyebrow like, and so guess what happened? This damn Coach Hayes everywhere. When your boss look at you, what the hell happened to you? Man, this guy named Coach Hayes, man. I lost my eyebrow because I lost a bit. You go to McDonald's and get in the line. You go to Jiffy Lube, whatever you do. What the hell wrong with your eye? And they're going to be like, man, Geico Hayes. That's why I started going for the eyebrows. See, because you can shave your beard off. You can shave your beard off. Nobody know the difference and whatever. But people don't shave their eyebrow. Yes, Lord. That's why I do it. But anyway, I'm gone.
All right, Coach.
Listen,
man.
August 30th, though.
Man.
Said August 30th, brother. Said,
August 30th.
I'm just saying, if y'all happen to drop August, if y'all just happen to drop August 3rd, bro, think about it. I got a 2-year deal. Matter of fact, LMV, do me a favor. Can you put in the Discord under my bets what I have? I got to put that in that bet. I got a section so I keep track of my bets. If LMV, you don't mind, baby, put that in the section under my bet so I don't forget. Just put said from LA, Texas parenthesis, and just put put right eyebrow, Texas 30-0 next 2 seasons. Oh, this worked right here. This worked. Come on.
30-0.
Bro, you straight. You worse than Colorado people, bro.
Hey, I'm just telling you, I'm just giving you facts, coach. That's all I'm doing. That's all I'm doing.
Man, your eyebrows are touching again, bro. They're touching each other again. I'm telling you, man.
Sir, when you're looking at that 13-inch TV in black and white with the rabbit ears on it, it ain't the same, dog. Here's what I'm gonna tell you.
Get out of here, man.
Yeah, I got to go, man. I've been on here 3.5 hours. And we're gonna make it happen, man.
Hey, said,
ID Brown.
Said, come on over to the.
Nah, we don't need that kind of delusion. We already got enough.
You know what?
He good. He can stay. He can stay.
I'll
We
be in
don't want
Miami
him.
for Black Smoke. It's a cigar event they hold.
I told you.
And I be down in Little Havana and.
Oh, Sid, you can lie to the people.
For a little while.
I told you.
I'll be down there.
Hey, so Sid, I'm gonna help you out. So when people ask you about the eyebrow, they may not know it's me, but you're gonna know because you got to tell this lie. What happened to your eyebrow? Man, my torch was up too high and they burnt it off. So, but you know it's really about me. So you be like, man, my torch was too high and it burnt my eyebrow off. But I got you. Man, with all that being said, we appreciate y'all. Thank y'all as always, man. This Coach Hayes Football, Coach Podcast, Canes Talk Live. Man, y'all been a pleasure, man. The team is always in the building, man. Thank y'all so much for real. This was all fun and banter, but that eyebrows for real. You understand? I'm going to get that thing. So, like I said, with all that being said, check it out. Make sure you hit the like, share, and subscribe button if you have not done so. 3.5 hours. As I always tell you, I'm a lot to you every show. I tell you an hour and a half, but I can't stay with my folks for an hour and a half. We had 3.5 hours and counting. So with that being said, I appreciate y'all. Thank you for everybody who donated all the way from LNV to Skinny 305, Reggie in the building, Big Tiger in the building, man. Thank you guys so much. Make sure I didn't miss anybody that donated. Thank you guys so much. And with all that being said, man, I appreciate y'all. Peace.
Hey, Chris Kane. I see you, Chris Kane.
Man, let me tell y'all something, man. What he said? That's the headlines. E. Brown. What the F, bro? You come in here with that beta junk, man. Man, hi said, my name's E. Brown. I'm a Miami fan. And then you get on there with me. Hold on, man. You get on there. Hold on, man. You get on there with me talking about, I'm furious. I'm not going to stand for it. That's beta talk. And the guy, hi, sir. Man, take this to the crib, man, on the way out of here. This crap out of here, man.